Yun. Oh.
Partner, Happy Teacher's Day. Good evening.
Yes.
Good evening. Good evening sa'yo.
Evening.
Oh, kumusta? Kumusta diyan yung celebration natin sa Teacher's Day? Meron ba? May mga celebration ba tayo?
Siyempre, ang celebration ng teachers, trabaho.
Oh, sige, bago ka magkwento. So, anong oras ka partner? Nagbiyahe kanina.
Siyempre, maaga.
Na-meet mo na ba tong guest natin?
Na-meet ko sa Facebook. Na-meet ko sa mga ano. Ngayon siguro mami-meet na natin. Ikaw diyan, na-meet mo ba?
Oo, before nung nasa Pasargad days pa siya, very active to eh. Siyempre, alam mo naman, alaga to nung dating coach doon.
Si Coach Jessie.
Yes, so ayan. Kaya alam mo 'yon, kaya mamaya papakwento natin siya, no?
Happy Teachers Day sa mama mo, ha?
Oo nga. Happy Teacher's Day din sa iyo at saka sa father mo, no? Para sa lahat ng mga nanonood ng Football Life, no? Binabati po namin kayo ng Happy Teacher's Day sa mga may parents na teacher diyan, no? So, magandang gabi po sa inyo lahat, mga ka-Football Life. Andito po tayo ngayon para magatid sa inyo ng kwentong football at
Kwentong
kwentong buhay.
Buhay.
Ayan, so magpapasalamat po kami sa partner namin, yung Decathlon Alabang, for the partnership and support, pati din sa Nemesis Football Academy. So para po sa lahat ng mga nanonood ng Football Life, don't forget to like and follow our page. And sa mga replays, nandyan mapapanood nyo sa Coach Mike TV and Aris TV. Okay, so don't forget to share din tong videos natin ha, para mas marami makapanood kay guest natin. No? Yung guest natin partner, ah, yung achievement nito, iba. No? Pakilala na natin.
Yes, pakilala mo na para
Yan. So, yung,
makamusta na natin.
yung guest po natin ngayon ay si Misagh Bahadoran. Okay? Former Ascals player at ngayon playing for Maharlika Manila FC. Ayan. He also achieved his Mr. Football last 2017 under the reign of when he was playing with Global FC. Ayan. Striker in midfield, playing experience as a 15 years siya naglalaro ng football. Tapos yung talent niya sana baka dentistry na. Kasi nakalagay dito don't have eh. So, pero yung favorite mo rin na pinopromote natin yung futsal. Isa rin to sa mga icon. So ayan, papasukin na natin siya partner. O yung mga mag-guest mamaya i-comment nyo lang sa Football Life and share nyo yung mga videos. Partner, mukhang duduguin tayo ngayon kasi mapapalaban tayo ng English dito ulit. O nawala ata siya.
You?
Yun.
Yun.
Yun Hello, Misak. Hello, Misak. How are you?
Hi, how are you? Thank you so much for having me.
Yo, it's a privilege to
Yun.
have you around.
No, thank you so much for having me today.
How are you today?
Good as usual. I'm always good. So, are we live?
Yeah, we're live already. We are already live in Football Live.
Okay, that's good.
So you know my partner here on the
Uh,
Coach Aris?
yes, I heard, he used to coach in Sambeda, right?
No, 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 not
No, that's
Sabeda.
different.
That's
This
different.
is different coach Aris.
Yeah.
Yes.
Partner, introduce yourself.
Hello,
Very
Misa.
nice. Hey, nice to meet you, coach.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
When
I played the national team futsal also, but uh, it was 2003. So
during
I think you entered
2000,
2005 or 2006.
yes, 2005 6. So you were a teammate with Freddy Gonzalez, Alibor
No,
Aligo,
later with Red
Ayman.
Payman, you know Payman, right?
Ah,
Yeah.
Payman, yeah, remember Payman also.
Yeah.
Playing for Pasar.
Payman, the P Hunter. I used to
Yeah.
meet him at
LA,
Malate every night.
LA Cafe.
So how are you now?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. Sorry for changing of the schedule because of the some situation, personal situations I
Yeah,
have.
maybe
Love life?
Yeah.
yes,
So
yes.
when you have a girlfriend, it's predictive. You never know what's coming next.
Yeah. It's okay because of course it's also something you have to give time.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's one of the reason actually I kind of get like a little bit far from football. Is just I want to have like a little bit of like normal life, personal normal life. So because uh, since you know me, I was playing futsal for national team, football for the country after. So I never had a chance to have like a normal life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I experienced like for 2 years normal life. Then I get bored, so I wanted to go back again to an abnormal life with football. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Actually, Misak, during this pandemic, no, actually we are having a hard time now, no. Actually, I'm trying to wipe up my nose because
Why?
we have to speak English again when you are Marquez. Because
No, it's okay. Tagalog konti lang, pero yung
yun!
Tagalog mo, pero Taglish lang.
It's okay. Actually, Misak, I watched some of your interviews where you were practicing speaking Tagalog.
Oh,
Yeah.
marunong pero hindi masyado. Konti lang na. Ask me political question because I hindi kaya. Tagalog, konti lang Tagalog.
Uh,
Oh,
Marunong. So, gusto mo Tagalog, I will answer English a little bit. But if I don't understand, I will ask.
no problem.
oh.
Actually, Misak, during this pandemic, do you have any relative or who have got a problem with the pandemic or got sick?
Actually, thanks God, none of my family got any COVID. And then, but some of my friend they got it in Iran. So they had it. Some football players of my friend football players also in Iran. They had this COVID corona, but after like 1 week, 2 weeks, they were okay.
Actually, I have a friend also who is in Iran. He was telling me that it's different in Iran. There's no lockdown. Is it true?
Actually, it's only I think one of the as so far when I heard from my friends all over the world, I think Philippines is the most strict one, which is I think is good because like we are required to wear shield mask, everything.
Yeah.
But there in other places you don't need. So that I don't know, but then I actually I like it Philippines better because it feels safer even though the population in the it's like 120 million in a small it's a small country but it's still able to manage the COVID because of people are really listening to the government. They're following rules by wearing shield mask and then shield face and then face shield and mask. So and then everybody in also football and sport industry are also taking following the rules. But even in other countries, big football players also started to get COVID, like Zlatan. A lot of players are getting also COVID.
Yeah.
Even the president of the United States have a COVID now because I think they're not really following the rules.
So it's really hard, but it's very important that we just have to follow the IATF rules, especially now that's very important also because you're a professional player. But before we go to that, can you share to us how you started being a futsal player?
So to be honest, this is how futsal actually started in my school because we were a lot of Iranian who wanted to play futsal and we don't know how to play. So we asked the president of our sport president, like the dean office. We sent them letter that we want to play futsal, and they said, "What is futsal?" I said, "We said we're going to play we make our own goalie, and then we'll install it to the basketball court in Central Escolar University CEU. So we started there, and then we broke so many glasses and everything, and they would try to cancel futsal. So, but they asked us if we can put net on the like cover the shots. So after that, we were able to play futsal. Then eventually they were like asking us to join the leagues or some, like they can make a tournament. So I don't want to make yabang or something, but when I was playing there for 5 years, I was like top scorer, and then top scorer, and you're in the camera. You don't go this way. No, that was my girlfriend. Come here. It's okay. Say
Yun.
hi.
Say hi, say hi.
Okay, it's okay. Don't be shy. She's my girlfriend. She just arrived.
Hello.
Her name is
Hello.
Riza. It was her birthday yesterday, so now we will continue our birthday now.
Oh,
birthday.
hello.
Happy birthday.
No, so I was telling you earlier before you see some, shadows or something. Who is that? Before you guys are asking.
Oh,
So,
Misa.
yes.
Before you continue with your story on playing futsal, I think it's better if we go backwards
Yes.
because you are well-known player in futsal, and then eventually you went to the national team, and Iran is a well-known
Futsal country.
football Asian, top-notch football country in Asia. So maybe you can start who really influenced you to play football, because in Centro, in your school, I think you
Really?
already know. You're already addicted to football, right? Before you started encouraging your dean, your
Yeah.
teammates. So maybe better you start, because in our show we really wanted to encourage more players to start in their area. So they wanted to know Misa before he get to start play national team. And you have to warn also your girlfriend. Maybe she'll get jealous later on. We have a
Don't,
game.
Yes.
yeah.
We have a
Don't
game.
tell us that.
Yeah, Misagh, we have a game. So later maybe we will ask something because it's just a game.
It's okay, no problem. It's okay. Hopefully later, if you see any slippers hit my face, so okay lang, ha?
Alam.
All the chinelas out of, around you should be removed. You will see sampling. So, no, it's okay.
So be careful, ah.
It's okay. I'm trying. That's why my kili is getting sweaty. Anyway, so anyway,
Siguro,
all right.
start mo sa Iran ba? Doon ka
Yeah.
nag-start?
Yeah,
Oh,
So,
sige.
they're one of the reasons that I like to bring the Iran first, to bring the Iran history that I was playing. That's one of the, I think, the idea of Maharlika, and then Andon Del Rosario, is trying to bring this in, and trying to represent Manila, because Manila is the eldest, I think, area where the like Philippine known. Now is BGC or this. To be honest, like my age, when I was like 6, 7 years, 8 years old, football been in the street, like what you guys play basketball. So it's not like you need coaches, you need anything else to learn football. So basically, if you know how to kick the ball, who plays with you, eventually you will have a good skills, because it's like every day you're playing with your teammates, you play with your friends, like every day you're touching the ball, and then it's a smaller side, so we put some stone as a goalie, like one here, one there, and the other side, so kids start to play. So that's how football that's one of the reasons that I feel like Philippines has a big potential. If these kids started to get to the street, example, inside, like kids that they're going to do like bad things, especially like going to do like illegal things or drinking or something, it's better to go to the street, play football. They do learn some skills, professionality, and then after that they bring it to if the coaches teach them and they already have the skills in their feet, So one of the reasons when I was in Iran, I was playing in the street a lot, and then my brother was a professional football player in Iran. But in age of 17, he got a bad injury from his spinal, and he got a bad like a spinal problem. So he wasn't able to play football anymore. So my parents don't want me to play also. So what I have to do is I have to hide my shoes before I go to school, because after school I have only 10 minutes to 15 minutes to play, because my service will pick me up. So that's the only time I could play.
Oh.
So that's why I put my bag, and then we play like 3 versus 3, 4 versus 4. So how we started, then my dad said you're not allowed to play football, so you have to go to Philippines and study there and become a doctor. You're a football player, it doesn't have future for
Future.
you because the competition is high. That's why I was so eager to become football player of the national team. I wanted to be a football player of Iran national team first. Then my dad sent me to Philippines so that I don't play also. So he sent me to Philippines. I didn't give up. I started to follow my passion. But I also graduated as a dentist, and I have a dental clinic also in Makati. But that's how, if you grow up in the country that football is number one, because Iran has a best futsal in, like, there are like over 15 years, there are 12 years, there are like I don't know how many, but around 12 years they are in champion of Asia in futsal.
Mhm.
So
Yes, yes.
Yes.
after that, I we were just playing like a friendly games like with friends, but eventually we said let's compete with the other college teams. Then I don't know, it was like I become 5 years top scorer, 5 years MVP, and then top 5 years champion straight. So this 5 years. So then after that, coach SC, the coach of
Yes,
national
SC.
futsal
Yeah.
team, he asked me if I want to join the futsal national team. Then when I joined, I was a little kid with the, like, I was kind of, not experienced with the situation that the competition is different. You cannot be always dribbling everybody. It's different. You have to follow the system. Or so first few years I had a hard time. Then after that I become also 2 times top scorer of Southeast Asia in futsal. That's where Coach McManamy asked me to join the national team, which I said no because my dad don't want me to play football. And then when I joined the Global FC, he keep coming to my games, and he was trying to convince me to if I can play for the national team. And then I said no because my dad won't allow me. And then I told my dad, if I graduate, will you let me play football? And then he said yes. Then I study hard so not to fail the subject, so I graduate fast so that my dad don't stop me. So when I graduate, I didn't even go to the graduation day. That's why I don't have picture with the toga.
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 Toga,
And then,
toga.
Diba, you said you graduate. You didn't tell me that you have to join the event. So I didn't go. I straight went to Coach Wise training. That's why my mom and my dad is kind of masungad until now. My dad passed away, but my mom is masungad. I said,
Oh.
why, how come Misagh don't have the picture of the graduation? Because I didn't go get my diploma. I said, I
Misa,
don't.
maybe you can go to the photo booth and get some of those.
Yeah, that's why. But I cannot do anything with my age now. Before I was young. Now I'm, I'm, I'm not pokey. Before I was okay.
Yeah. Misa.
Now no hair, calvo.
Misa, Coach Mike,
Yeah.
before we proceed on your career in football and futsal, because you told us that your older brother used to play professional in Iran, and
Yes,
then
yes,
it so happened that he had an accident, he had an
yes,
injury on his spine, and
yes,
it also made your dad he really convinced you not to continue playing football,
yes,
right?
yes.
So maybe can you share a story there? Maybe there's a scene that you can remember when your dad did, your dad was very angry at your brother, or maybe your mom is really discouraging you because maybe our viewers, maybe some of or most of our Filipino players are also having that experience, similar experience, but not an injury, but maybe discouragement from parents. But for you, it's a good example because you really pursued playing futsal. So maybe you can at least share
Partner,
kahit yung maalala mong kwento nung na-injury yung kuya mo.
partner
Oh,
Misagh,
yes, bro.
before you continue with that, maybe we can have you first shout out your fans, your friends who are watching over, because I think there's a lot already moving up with our Football Life page.
Oh,
Okay,
sige.
just what do you want me? Which one of them? Because I want to say
Anyone,
thank you.
yeah,
I
anyone you
just
want
want
to
to
greet.
say to all of them, thank you so much for watching me right now. And then, if I could, I would type for them, but so I don't know what's their name. So whoever they're watching, I just want to say hello, guys, and thank you so much for watching us live. And then hope to see you after this. And then we go to the reward thingy, and I will give you some reward as well. I
Yeah,
will be
Oh,
part of the sharing the reward.
yeah.
oh, that's cool,
Wow,
ah.
that's
I
good.
will be also have some gift for you guys.
Wow, that's
Oh.
great. Actually, Misak, one of your friends are watching, no? Here, Coach Aris, Misak here in Coach Mike TV. Sedef Tupas was telling, good evening, Coach Mike and Ari. Coach
No, 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 no! Don't say. If it's set up, don't ask question. You
no,
always put me in the tough situation.
no, he was just telling that Misak, don't talk too much. He was telling.
Okay, good. I was worried because he knows I might talk something and then it comes out later. Trouble.
Yeah, so there,
Because
Don't worry, ah.
I am straightforward. I tell everything. He said sometimes somebody should stop me.
actually later there will be people asking you because we're also asking viewers to ask some questions for our guest.
All
So,
right, sure. But
and
just be sure that there is a situation.
Yeah. Actually,
You
that's the
don't want to
main
you don't want to see a sleepers comes to my face, okay?
that's our main topic actually.
Maybe you
But
don't see me anymore after this, huh? I will be disappeared.
so
Alright.
we have here Joel Valencia watching all over from one of our place, and then he was talking about if you know remember Darius, of course.
Yeah.
Yes, of
No,
course.
no, no. Who don't remember this guy, man?
Yeah, yeah,
No, who don't remember this guy? It was so much fun.
yeah.
But sometimes it's fun. Sometimes masakit ng ulo.
So one of the players also watching, futsal women's national player, Marian Ronquillo, Bunso, Coach Bunso.
Ah, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
The very makulit player. He
yeah,
plays so fast.
yeah, yeah.
I remember.
So Nerizen Arias, Richard Talarok, Junel Mark, Ma'am Gay Domingo is also watching. Sherwin Paloma, Misa and Riza, Machi, Machi.
Ah, thank you, honey. Ah. They know you already. Ah.
Ken Carpio watching, my
You said thank you. No slippers yet. Okay, thanks.
oh, Coach Sherwin, thank you daw. And then Randy Salisad watching also.
I
And
thought you said Roxy. I was like nervous because I didn't go to training last training, because of my girlfriend's birthday. You said Roxy's watching. I was like, patay.
not yet, not yet. I think not yet. And then Coach Pusok is watching, Ice Del Campo, Coach Rochelle, Ma'am Rochelle Baclagan, Larry Ramos. Ma'am Rochelle was telling us, nose bleeding na ba, Coach? Yes.
Me too. I have no bleeding when you speak Tagalog. It's the same thing. So don't. It's equal. Don't worry.
Yeah, yeah. And then Marcus De La Peña is watching also. And then Ate Liza, hello. Yeah, and then
You have more fans than me. Okay, thank you guys for making my life a little bit easier later. Later.
there goes to Coach Aris TV.
Okay.
okay, from my side, Coach Aris, give my regards to Misa from Coach Oni. You know Coach
Oh
Oni?
yes, Coach
Yeah.
Oni, very good coach.
Partner,
Tell
partner,
Can
partner, before you continue, nag-reply na. Coach Roxy, hi Isaac, see you tomorrow.
I told you. I
Ah,
told
lagot.
you I will be embarrassed. I'm not kaya tomorrow. I go to coach. Sorry, because this is emergency situation. This is girlfriend's birthday party in the morning. So please excuse me. Everything, even if the sky goes down, I still go to training. But if your girlfriend's birthday is still, I don't go because that's more important than the sky goes down. You know what I'm saying? So Roxy, sorry, coach. Tomorrow,
Oh,
I see you
lagot.
tomorrow 7 a.m. I go
Yeah,
lagot.
two hours early.
Misagh, it was a smiley face like that.
I know. So later, Patay, you run more tomorrow. This is Miss Cooper.
Most of my viewers here on my channel are teachers. So it's Teachers Month celebration. So Misa, can you say Happy Teachers Day sa mga guro?
Yeah, my mother also is a teacher, huh? Yeah, go.
Yeah,
Okay,
can you
I would
greet?
like to say happy Teacher Day and thank you guys for all of the effort that you guys doing and bring this all knowledge to our empty brain that now we are become without you guys we wouldn't be where we are right now. You guys are like, I know it's really difficult to handle coach Aris and Coach Mike and Misagh Bahadoran as in your classes for sure. These kind of people is like 20 students handling 28 students, but they manage to be patient. Like they we were like kids for you guys, and thank you so much. Not everybody understand what you guys are putting, how you put effort, how patient you are for being like you being like parents to us. Like teachers are like parents to us because they dedicate 7 hours 6 hours every day for us so that we can have better futures. So I just want to say thank you guys, and you guys are real hero, not us. We are just a football player, but still the teachers are the one and the coaches are the one make us who we are now. So I just want to say thank you
Yun.
guys and
Oh,
happy Teachers
Happy
Day.
Teachers Day.
yeah,
Yun.
very well said.
So,
Yeah.
okay na dyan, Mike?
Actually, may humabol si Sir Larry Ramos. Yan. And then, yun. Sabi ni Coach Sherwin, Coach Roxy is watching Lord Mizak.
Don't say that was killing me right now.
Yun. So, anyway, if you do well, if you can share all your stories, maybe your
Exempted.
coach will,
Take it
Exempted.
easy on me tomorrow.
yeah, he'll get easy
That's
on
why
you.
I have to focus with my. You don't send me any questions. You guys just surprising me, right and left. It keeps coming and coming. You know what? This is what I'm scared of your show. It's like on spot
Have you
with
watched,
No,
silence.
don't
Mizak,
worry.
have you watched some of our interviews that we had before?
I watched your with the what's the last one with the coach, global coach before.
Ah,
Coach
Marjo?
Yes, Marjo,
Marjo, yeah.
Coach Marjo. But
If we ask
for
you, is
Tagalog
Marjo?
kasi, if I watch more than that 5 minutes, I have to go to a hospital. It's dangerous.
Uh,
Actually, we were
yeah,
talking
Marjo.
about this, his girl.
Hello? Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, nawala. So maybe Misa will continue. We go back to your kuya who had this injury. So if you can remember any when your parents
Oh,
discourage you.
so yeah, what happened was he was like 16, 17 years old and he was like about to become like have his real professional football contract. In Iran, having football contract is like something else. Like
Yeah.
it's really big in Iran. And then he made it until almost there, and then somebody tackled him from his back, and he got injured from his back, and then the doctor did a wrong surgery,
Wow.
and then that damaged his fluid between his joints and his back, and so eventually he got into depression because he was like he wasn't able to play, and then he got depression. So and it makes him also like he got anxiety and depression. So that's why he started to take pills and like this. And then of course he was the eldest son, and then he was my favorite of my parents. And seeing him like that was kind of sad. That's why when I was, because he was my coach, he was the one who pushed me to play football. He
Carl,
was
yeah.
the one who bring me to his training to watch, and then I always like tell me what to do, like how to dribble, how to do this, how to do that. And eventually he hated that what happened to him. So he doesn't even want me to play too. And then my mom doesn't want me to play, my dad, my family, nobody wants me to play football. And eventually I started to give up on football for a few years, and but I couldn't. So I just start to play again, and slowly, like secretly. But every time my dad see me in the street, he push me, and then he take me. He said, "Go home." And then sometimes I get sampal from my mom if I play football. So not my dad doesn't slap my sampal me. My mom always sampal me. Then kapampangan kasi gusto siya sampal.
Sanay
Tapos,
na sanay, sanay ka na, Misak, ha?
yes, I don't know why always my mom sampal me, but my dad always just give me an eye. Like, no. My mom like, tarantado. Ganito. And then sampal me. So I stopped kind of, but not like playing professional. So I thought like there's no, first I thought there's no future talaga. Then because when they sent me to Philippines, I was like, there's no football there. There's because I researched. Nobody knows about football. Nobody even know about Ronaldo. During that time, I was like, do you know Ronaldo? No. That's why I love number 9. It's because of Ronaldo, the Brazilian, the one you
Yeah,
have the picture at your back of your screen.
Yes.
Then
yeah,
that was kind of sad, but and then I started to play basketball because I said I had to make myself with the society. I wanted to find friends, so I started to play basketball with chinelas in the street in Pampanga. And then I wasn't that good because they were giving me the small ball, and the ring is so small, like we have to play. It's kind of difficult. And then uh, so in Pampanga, there's no football at all because I study in Holy Angel first, and then I moved to Fatima School of Dao, and there it was nobody even knows about football, and there was a what's that, sport fest, and then they said they will give you additional point if you join any sport, and there was no any sport that I can join because it's like dancing, basketball, and this and this. It's like I don't know how to dance. So there was running, so I joined the running, but since I was a good, playing football, I would had a stronger leg, so I got 8 goals because uh, of my running. Because I every day I wake up at 4:30 because when you come from country like Iran, sport is very important. You
mhm.
don't like to lose, so I thought the competition is kind of like this. So for just running to win this competition to get additional point, I wake up at 4:30. So 4:30 a.m. just to run before I go to school with 6 a.m. So my tricycle will pick me up at 6 a.m. So I was running around. I woke up at 4:30. I keep running in Clark. There's a SM Clark front of that. There's a park. So I used to run there to just win the competition. So I won the competition. I get a lot of points. With my bad English and my bad Tagalog, is still able to pass some subject. So that's why some of my classmates, they said when they ask you Tagalog word, you run because you didn't pass the subject history. Because of running, you get point, not passing the subject. So after that, I went to see you. So that's one of the reason that really was sad to hear my brother was like to see my brother depression. Like it's not easy. People, they don't know everything about you since you guys ask. It's nobody knows that I have a brother who's elder than me, who has a spinal problem, and he has taking medicine for his depressions. So to see that is not easy, but also I see it as a motivation to myself. It's like I want him to see I can be what he wanted me to be when I was kid. So
Yeah, yeah.
after that, when I have wore my national team jersey, now everybody was, whoever was like, no, don't play, don't play. Now he's telling me, oh no, play, play, play. So they proud of you, and
Yeah,
My mom before sampal me. Now he always bring my picture to his family. Oh, tignan mo, Misagh, ganito, ganito. Laro, laro. And then it's like, this is what makes you happy. I see negative thing as a positive things. You know what I'm saying? This is my mentality. Everything that they said to me, you cannot do it. I want to do it more. That's why what like people are. I like people make fun of me. I like to make haters to become my fan. You know what I mean? This is really like things that I really like. I like to challenge things that I people they think I can't. But like nobody believes that I become a dentist one day, and I become a dentist. Like everybody was like making me so become dentist, and then now I'm a dentist. I graduate dentistry, and then now I do construction. Everybody was laughing because after I play football, I come out with injury and everything. I started to destroy the wall, and I posted in Instagram, and then everybody said Misagh is like received messages like this guy is depressed or what is not crazy.
They
What did
thought
he
you're
do?
crazy.
Yeah, they thought I got crazy, and then I started to smash the walls of my room, and then I break that, and then I fix it, and then I went to into construction now, and then those people who are making fun of me, they're asking for help. You know what I'm saying?
Actually, I saw one of the posts of my friend, also your teammate before, uh, Aaron Altiche, that you
Yeah,
bought one place in Pasig. So I was
yeah.
asking, who is that guy? And then he told me that, but it was you who bought that place. So you were into construction already. So that's a
It's
good thing.
not like I'm contractor or construction. It's just that I like it because it's just that somebody told me you're crazy or something. I just bought it and then I fix it. I build it and make it looks nice, and then I post it again. I say, oh, what happened? And these people are like, oh, very nice, ganda ganda. It's like, you know what I mean? It's just that to show them I can do something. And then everybody said, are you into construction? Are you architect? Are you contractor? I said, no, I don't know nothing. I just did it myself, and I did it because anything, I don't know, to viewers, anything you want to do, you can do in this world. Anything you're willing to want to do or anything you have passion about it, you fight for it. Even you're not good at it, you can do it. This world built by people, not machines. Everything built by people. So if anybody wants to do something, just do it. Don't be scared. Don't be afraid. That's one of my things. I'm telling everybody.
Misak,
Ano
there's
yun,
only one
Misa?
partner.
Is
There's one.
that buy and sell? You're buying a house and then you develop, then you sell it?
No, so basically what I do is just it was my passion. I just did one time, two times for a while. I buy like lot, I buy houses. It depends, different. I just did that but now I'm not really into it. I want to start to different things because I don't like because remember I started with taxi company.
Oh,
I had
yeah.
a taxi
Yeah.
company. I went to chicken peri peri. I opened dental clinic. I want to try everything. I get bored fast with things. I want to see because we live only maybe 60, 70 years old. And then what is it that I don't like to do one routine every day. I get bored fast.
Mm.
That's why I want adventures. I want learn things. That's
What,
why people,
Misak, what kind of adventures you like?
right now, I like to go to beach and relax now. After all this, this is what I want. But now I'm stuck with. I started with Maharlika, and I really enjoy going to training. I know it's so hot, and sometimes when I run and it's so hot, I said, "What am I doing in age of 33?" But I feel like I'm like 22 years old happiness, but my body is 35 or 40 years old.
No,
But
it's
my
it's uh it's all in the mind.
yes, it's really on the
Before Misa, before we proceed with your Maharlika and futsal and national team, we have this game. It's called the coaching eye.
okay.
So we'll give you clues, then you just have to make a guess later on who's that player we are referring to. It's somewhat kalok-alike. Sino ba yung kalok-alike ni Misa?
Yes.
Okay? So we have two players. One coming from me and one from Coach Mike. Okay?
So
We'll give you
I'll mention.
four or three clues. Then the viewers can make a guess. They can help you out.
Okay.
Okay, what's the reward? What's the reward? I have to know the reward so I will put triple effort.
Oh, so before Coach Mike is giving out a discount,
We have
but I
discount.
don't know if there's a reward now.
We have a
Okay, it's okay. Enough. That's enough.
we
I'm
have
happy already.
we have a discount for Decathlon Alabang, no? So for those who will win this game, you will have a discount from Decathlon Alabang. It's just a small thing, but
No, that's big. I like that. I like freebies.
yeah,
Even discount.
yes.
Okay.
I will give you the clues, Misak,
Yes.
for the viewers of Football Live. You can help our Lord Misak here to guess who is the Kaluk alike. All right. So the first clue, international player. Both of them. Both of them are international player.
Who
Second
is look
clue,
like it? Look like who? Look
you.
like
You.
You.
me?
Yes, look like you. And the second one is
Face or face or height?
fa-
Everything.
everything. Even the chicks. Even the chicks, baby. And,
Drogba?
no, no.
Oh, no. Don't guess now.
Now guess the
Later.
I just tell you.
next one is World Cup player. The second clue, World Cup player. All right.
Okay, I know already.
Oh, now
No. Oh, you just have
give
to.
it to yourself first, okay?
Yeah.
Uh,
Later, you will give your answer.
the third
How
one,
many answer I can give?
the third one, we will have another clue. The third one, maybe to confirm if your answer is correct. All right. If it's correct, it's oh, French. The
I already know. I know already before you don't even know. I already know. You don't want to say it's from France.
oh, from my side is a French, and from no
Number 7. Okay.
from Coach Aris is a French, and from my side is a Portuguese.
Portuguese.
Yeah,
Yeah. So, because two players, you have to make a guess, huh?
Portuguese.
Anyway, later on, we'll go back to that. So, Misa, you're a well-known futsal player. And, well, for me, I really wanted to promote futsal in the Philippines. So, maybe you try to share your experiences when you joined the national futsal team, or maybe before you joined, uh, how did Coach Essie uh, scouted you, or were you the one to join a tryout, or maybe he saw you play? So can you share a story on your futsal career?
To what happened to me? To I told you, like, we started to play ourselves in the basketball court, all the foreigners, and then we invited some Filipino, pure Filipino. They don't know how to play futsal, but they are willing to learn and to play, wanted to play. So when we started, we also asked other colleges um, uh, like Ateneo joined, La Salle joined, UCC Supi something in, I forgot name of them. The one,
UANP.
yeah, and then also the one in beside McKinley Hills and Duran.
And the
These,
run, yeah.
yeah, they are started to join us, and then we played, and then in these 5 years that we were playing, I was studying there. As I said, we were champion 5 years, and then I get 5 times MVP and 5 times top scorer. So, but because I was when I was a kid, I always have ball in my feet. Even I walk at home, I have a soccer ball because eventually you feel that this soccer ball is football ball is your feet is your hand.
Yeah.
So more you touch the ball, more you feel like you have more control with the ball. So, and for me, whoever wants to play football, it should play futsal because like Barcelona, all the players are playing futsal. That's why they bring the small futsal field in the big field that it's like a, that's why if you see how Barca plays, it's like they are playing futsal. They come to each other, they get close to each other, they do one touch, two touch passes, and they slowly go forward. It's like they bring this futsal in to big field, but that's why they always play close to each other. That's why before in like England or Germany or something, they do long ball. They cross the ball and they take advantage of their height. But now the football is changing. That's why Thailand is doing okay, good jobs, because they brought like touches, futsal, let the ball moves and no more running, less running, but run on the right time. So that's one of the reason I suggest that futsal is one of the big key factors. If you're trying to develop futsal in the country, actually you're helping also very big to football national teams, football industry of the Philippines. So that was my goal before, but because of the football national team, I got busy. I really wanted to bring futsal like one of the sport because it's football and futsal is talaga for Filipino.
Yes,
Filipino
yes.
should play football and futsal. It's just that I don't know, like they don't. This picture that you're putting, this is the first time Philippines went to the AFC champion. Like, look, Asian football. It's like a Asian Champions League. Like last year, Ascals went there for the first time in the history, and but 2007, Philippines already joined. We play against Japan. We play against Hong Kong. So we play with like we went to the level with Iran. We were competing that level, and nobody talk about it
Yeah.
because nobody understand what like futsal national team did for the country, and which is sad, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I don't know why, because but I don't know, like people like you, coaches, you guys are very experienced in football, in futsal. If you can bring this back, there's a big future for these kids. That's why football is something, futsal and football is something that you can come up with. You can change your life. You can come up with you can help your family. It's nothing that you need to have. Like you don't need capital, you don't need something. It's just a hard work, and then you can have a good contract, and then you can play football, and then you can make money and then change your family's life. This is exactly what happened to me. So when I came to Philippines, I didn't have much money, Everything started like my family got bankrupt in Iran eventually, and then it's like I had only $1, like $1 a day. So my salary was 50 peso a day, and I don't. I'm proud of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of like where I came from to where who I am right now. I really appreciate my life now. I really, like see what football did for me with all this not allowed, no, no, no thingy, everything. I was able to finish my school and I was able to be part of the national team and my dream, you know what I'm saying? And then when I was in college, my allowance was 100 peso, 150 peso a day. I have to go to training. I have to go to training and school, take care of the patients. Wasn't easy. But, if you will, you will find ways. That there's a way, there's a will, there's a will, there is a way, something like that.
Actually, Misak, no, what you've gone through, no, was not really, what, like a good history, but it keep you motivated of trying to push forward. So maybe some of our viewers here are trying to watch you over. Maybe what can you give them, like, on a piece of advice when it comes to if you have been playing futsal and then you are not successful. So how can they be pushing forward to their dreams?
To be honest, Coach Mike, there is nothing about if you have a dream, there is nothing like no successful. You know what I'm saying? Your success has date. There is a date, there's a time, there is a year that you will be successful in your life. You have to be patient. Maybe into like the first goal I scored for the national team football team, it took me 2 to 3 years, and everybody's make fun of me. then I was not giving up until the game against Bahrain. So that was the date for me to change my life. You understand what I mean? So if you give up and you, so before that I was unsuccessful in everything, but I had two choice: to give up or until fight until I reach to the date that my success will show up. You know football already. So I my suggest for all the kids is don't give up. There's no such an unsuccessful. Every fail is success. You know, you have to work so hard. You don't give up. When you give up, that's unsuccessful. When you stop, it means unsuccessful. But if you're doing something and you fail, you're still successful because you're learning, you're fighting, you know what your mistakes is.
At least you've tried. Yes.
Yeah, that's why I don't agree with anything that this kid. This is unsuccessful means excuse. I don't do excuses. Coaches, national team, other player who wants to be better than you, they don't make excuses. They work harder.
Yes.
If
Actually, actually,
coach
Coach Misagh, there's one coach who told me, wants to ask this, no, one thing. Who discovered you at the age of 16? If you will remember.
Futsal or football?
He's a football coach.
16.
Yeah, around that age. He messaged me a while ago before this interview. Hey, we had him interviewed also here in Football Life.
What? Where did he discover me in the? Because so many coaches discover me in different areas.
We will just give him the clue of Jake the Snake. You know him?
Snake?
Jake the Snake. Jake the Snake. He looks that one. He looks that one.
I don't know the snake.
It was Coach Hans. Coach Hans was telling.
Ah, Coach Hans. He's my this how Coach Han was the boss of the
Lasal.
football before.
Yeah.
Yeah, he you know what he really liked me, but he never wanted me. I don't know why he didn't invite me to his teams.
Oh, yun pala.
I
But
don't know. I
maybe
think he
he
likes me,
just
but he never invite me in the team. What kind of situation is? Yeah, I really wanted to one day to play for him, but he never invited me to LaSalle or something. I have to study CU.
Misak, Misak, Coach Dan, Sir Dan was also saying hi to you. Say hi to my friend,
Since
Sir
to
Dan
be honest,
Palami.
I just want to say thank you to Boss Dan. One of the reason that everything happened to my life in football, to be honest, I'm telling you, it comes from Boston. I tell you that during the time that I had nothing, he's the one who gave the first salary because after my school finished, he's the one who gave the first 8,000 like salary peso. I was so happy. I was crying because I already have my dad stopped my salary because it has to give it to my sister to go to school. So I said, it's your job. If you want to play football, go play football. I told you to become dentist. Now you have to work as a dentist. I said, no, I don't want to work as a dentist. He said, okay, there's no money for you. Where do you want to, if you think football will give you money, go play football. Then IE introduced me to Boss Dan, and then Boss Dan says, "Okay, I give you like first salary," and then football become change. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I never forget the day that he called me and he said there is a contract, and then I think it was 8,000 or something. Bro, I went to the couch. I was crying happiness. I don't remember this. I tell you, this is the first salary I get. I was so happy, and the first salary I got, I bought my first football shoes for 5,000 peso, and then it's like I bought them. It's like it was so hard to buy it, but it's like dream come true. 5,000 peso for shoes, and then I bought the class two,
Yeah.
like not the class A. So I bought the class B, and then I was so happy. After the train, I went with the shoes. I show it to my teammates. Look, I have new shoes, no more butas or something. And then now I have a sponsor by Nike with 300 shoes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you look at life. But I will never forget how my life changed, who changed my life, in the sport, in this. Then I really want to say thanks to Boston, to be honest. Like, for what he have done to my life in my career. So many times coaches were giving up on me, but he was not giving up on me. You know what I mean? He's like, this guy has passion. He's not. He's a fighter. And then eventually I get also so many help him to get trophy also. I hope he heard that.
Yes. Misa, Coach Mike,
Yes, yes.
ang ganda nung sinabi mo, yung sharing mo on using football and futsal to really help your family. You just have to be patient. Can I ask you, because many of successful players, they all started with futsal. Pero ikaw, Misa, if I will ask you, without the salary, without the success, uh, if you will try to choose between futsal and football, which one would you prefer to play?
When I was young or now?
Well, without the
It's up
No,
to you.
success
because
of the Ascals and
Yeah.
everything,
no, but to be honest,
when you're
if I was young, I like to play futsal. But now when I get older, I want to play football. To be honest, because when I was young, I always want to have the ball. You know what I mean?
mm,
You don't want to keep running and this and that because it's tactical. But I would really love to become like I really my dream was to become a national football player in future. But futsal is one of my favorite sport. But so it's but I wanted to become football player more.
okay.
Actually, Misa, Coach
But when
Aris. Yeah, go, continue. Go.
no, that's my thing. If I was young, I like until age of 18, 19, 20, 19, I wanted to become futsal player. But after that, I wanted to become football player because football has it's more I like physical, like I like to fight, I want to tackle, I want to hit people sometimes. I like to hit the defenders. I like to give them like show the hard work, like because in futsal is all about skills. In
Yeah.
Yes.
football is all about physical and skills, so it's more complete in but if you
Actually,
have skills but you have physical but you don't have skills, it's like Carabao running in the field. You know what I'm saying?
so if you don't have skill, you cannot play futsal. Very
If
hard.
you don't have skills, you don't even go to futsal field, please.
Yeah.
You go, you go to UFC or something.
Let's say, Misa, similar. You have similar salary. Even the fans are similar. Uh, but you get to decide, because let's say both managers from national team of futsal and national team of football is really trying to pull you. So which do you prefer? Let's say you're in Iran, or maybe you're in Brazil, or
Okay, so
not in the Philippines.
if you're in Iran, and then if the Iran national futsal team invite me, I will go to Iran national futsal team. But if Philippine national football team invite me, I will go to Philippine football national team. You
Why?
understand what
Why?
I'm saying?
Why Misak? Because I think my friend here is asking about that because he wanted you to maybe to choose futsal because I know my friend here, my partner, Coach Aris, wanted to uplift futsal. So
No, but I tell you, Coach Iris, futsal is more fun. It's more fun. It's more touches, more skills. But if you are if you are a good futsal player, but you have to be really professional futsal player to be enjoying futsal because it's all about the skills. You know what I mean? That's why.
Yeah, yeah.
And then maybe what I was telling is why I'm saying football is because in futsal wasn't that time developed the way football developed. You understand? There was not the enjoyment of the crowd, the people are giving us. But for me, potential of Filipino is in futsal also. Like because futsal is something that you can play in basketball court.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's why
Anyway, I already have your answer. You
yeah, I try
mentioned
to I
futsal is more fun,
Yeah.
That's an accurate one.
Coach Iris,
Anyway, we'll proceed.
Coach Iris,
We proceed.
I would
Why,
just
Coach Iris, you put Ronaldo instead of Falcao at back of your screen if you're really futsal?
Well, Ronaldo
bias,
also played
Misagh,
futsal, huh?
Misagh bias. No, both of us we like also Ronaldo. R9, R9. Misagh, Boss Dan was asking me about to mention this. No, you were almost should have been cut with the national team because
Who?
Muntik kang matanggal.
Boston was telling us that you was almost to be cut in the national team because the coach wasn't impressed of your performance. Maybe you can share
That's
about that.
Yeah, this is what I tell you before. You know, to be honest, one of the reason I made it to the national team, it was Boss Dan help. Because coach was really wanna kick me out before. He didn't believe in me. But Boston believe in me, you know what I mean? That's why, to be honest, I really respect Boston as like father even, you know what I mean? Because when I was like, if I was not making to that training, because training camp in Germany, I wouldn't be who I am right now. Because that's where Coach Wise started to change his mind slowly. Because it was very short time I came from a dentistry, and then the dentistry, I didn't have the physical. I was a futsal player. I don't know how to touch. He always wanted to find way to kick me out. But Boston always tried to convince him, give him chance a little bit, give him chance. And that chance, I try to not give up because I don't want to make Boston embarrassed, you know.
Yeah,
And then, of course, eventually also he believed in me. That's why sometimes I told him like, boss, thank you so much for believing me, because I give him also, I did some trophy for him in global, and then I scored. But he has to be so patient. It take him like 3-4 years to see the real Misagh
yeah,
football, you know.
yeah,
But to be honest, I always tell everybody, like, I don't care about what happened with the football in, like global situation, something because of like some stories. I don't care, but as a personally, I respect Boston for not for me. He did so much for the a lot of players in this country, but sometimes people, they don't see that. They just see the bad things, they don't see the good things. This is why, like, goalkeepers, they save 100 and then they receive 1-2 mistakes, everybody blame the goalkeeper. You know what I'm saying?
Misagh,
Exactly.
Misagh, maybe you can, because you mentioned a while ago regarding Boston, who was once formed this global FC. Maybe you can share all the viewers right now your experiences and those challenges you encountered during this time in global.
To be honest, when we started global is about football. It was about something. It's not about the money or something. It was, look at the picture. Like, this picture is so beautiful. Every time I look at it, I feel like this is one of the best time of my football career. It's about passion. It was about happiness. It's about for the country, for the logo of global. It wasn't about the salary. Was something that we just bring us to training. You know what I'm saying? That's why uh, everything was like family. For us, it was family. Even if you know that when global in the end was getting a little bit problems, it's come up with a problem. We were still beating clubs with the good financial things like Meralco, Davao. These people, we were still dominating these clubs. You know what I'm saying? So football comes, hard work comes from the heart. It's not about it, because if you don't go with your heart, anything else comes, you will give up. You will make excuses. So when Boston was treating us like a father, we really play like a sons. You know what I mean? Then of course eventually things happening, like competition between clubs comes, and then like politics comes and chismis comes, which destroy things, which honestly I really get upset with those things. That's one of the reason I got a little bit far from the football, is because of those things. But to be honest, I really enjoyed the, maybe even I play in Malaysia, even I was in my peak and I playing in very good level or be playing. But the most time of my football was when I was joining Global in 1 or 2 years, first 1 or 2 years, like 2011, 12, 13. I really enjoy my football. Like, even we were not that good players, but against armed forces, Chifi Kalindong, Ali Borromeo, Anton de Rosario, we were happy. I was playing happy.
Oh, that's very important, Misak. Now,
Show this picture to Boston, huh? The picture shows to him that I did not give up on me, but you remember, I got fit for this
oh,
trophy,
Boss
but
Dan
it
is
cost him a lot.
Boss Dan is watching right now, Misak.
Yeah, so now he will see this, and then he remember he invested in the good player.
Yeah.
You should have picture of me when I score for against Bahrain,
Wow. Yeah.
so he would see that another investment. One time he told me, "Are you ready?" I told him I was born ready. And then he laughed and then Settle put it in the newspaper, big one. Misagh said he was born ready. Everybody thought I'm mayabang. And the next day I score. I went to Boston. If you see my video, I was looking at him. I was doing this. Buzz, did you watch? Did you see that? I was ready. I was born ready. But I think he had a red card. That's why he was in the stand. That's why I told him, Buzz, did you see that? 2 games that he was in the stand, I think I scored a goal for him.
Actually,
Yeah.
what you experienced, Misak, in global, it changed everything for you. But for all those viewers right now who are watching you, um, maybe it's a different story for them. So it's like in the club setting, um, you were talking about that it's not more of the salary base,
Yes.
scheme. So you're more motivated of just working your ass out on the pitch, giving your effort, and then you just being happy, right?
You know what?
And Misa and Coach Mike, I think one also is your story. Me coming from the province and watching all your games, I can really see your teasing each other. Naglolokohan kayo when you score. The camera is focusing on Sir Dan and you're like making signs, celebrating for him. And
Yeah.
siya rin naman from the stand, he's like making a funny face. So, yung question ni Coach Mike na you're just doing it to uh, give a return, parang ginagawa mo kasi he gave you a chance before, 'di ba?
Yes.
So maybe it's a lesson for all the coaches and for the players also. If a coach help you, maybe you can make a favor by giving your best like what you did, 'di ba? Even if there were problems, you just have to play football and give your best. And it's good you mentioned that uh, hindi ka mayabang because the people thought ay mayabang si Misa kasi
Yes.
bakit
Yes.
ganun yung sinabi niya. But then you scored again, so mayabang talaga.
Wait,
No,
first
no.
of all, before I answer this, I want to show this to my girlfriend because she haven't seen me who I was.
So
So
I
I
want
want to come here. Look,
Yeah,
oh,
you
look
do
at my
that
picture.
because
Look at this picture, huh? I was a good football player before. She never seen me playing because sometimes she calls me Mataba. I said, look, I was so good. But look at this. This is a Mr. Football.
Mr.
So,
Football. Yes, yes, Mr.
thank you
Football.
so much for having this interview while you're here. She's here. That she knows who I
yes,
was. I was a good football player. She thought I was like a fat football player. Thank you, Heidi,
yeah.
for this picture.
So
Very good.
So it's
Misa,
uh,
be thankful right now, Misa, because later you might not
Yes.
be
Later,
ano.
I will send you pizza. You make it. You make it. No, but
It,
sorry to be honest, one of the reason that I showed to Boston after I score goals, I wanted to show him that like I know we have like kind of jokey things that he tried to push me by saying, "Oh, you can't do it, you can't do it." He always tease me. I don't think you're so slow. You can score. You miss it front of the box because like this, and then it makes me. He knows how to handle each players. He knows how to make like manage the football team. you have to know psychologically how to push your players.
Yes.
So he was a businessman. He knows how to talk to clients. You know what I mean? Close the deal. So if you bring that attitude in the pitch, is it like you know how to close the deal with your players? You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So he was always telling me, "No, you cannot. You miss so many. Your left foot is so weak. That's why I score with my left foot. If you see it against Bahrain." And I was like, "Did you see my left foot?" It's like makes me. I told you before you go to this story. I told you that I'm a guy who hates saying you cannot do it. I practice to make it. So Boston knew this one. So not only me with everything. So for players that you tell me like why I was doing that is because I like to the joke that we had between like why is it that why Boston was like you're not ready, you understand, tomorrow. It's like trying to joke. That's why I said no, I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
born ready and I will show you tomorrow. That
Yeah.
makes me okay, I have to show
Motivated.
him.
Yes, yes.
Yes, I have to show him this that. So it was not about money, it's about, you see, that it's not like, oh, if you score I give you bonus. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I give you this, I give you this. It's like you're spoiling the kids by things.
Yeah.
It's different with you that you spoil the kids by pride. You have to bring pride in the country. This football, the heart, everything. You're talking about national team. You're talking about something that when you sing Filipino item, you have to feel crying. You have to. Your hair should goosebump. They said goosebump or something.
Goosebumps. Yes, yes.
Yes, you have to feel that, or else you better not to play for the country. You
Partner,
understand?
Misak, actually,
Yes.
one thing that what I heard right now from you is it's very good when you mention the moment you played for the national team, you have to play for with your heart. It's not
Yes.
all about the reward or the bonus. It's something that the people out there might be, oh, when my team wins, I got this amount. I got this.
Yes. This is now.
Yes.
That's really bad. Like if you play in other countries, if you grow up in other countries, nobody plays for the national team for the money. Money is the appreciation of your hard work. If the country has the money, if the budget, there's a budget. If they give it to you, it's bonus. That's why they call it bonus. You know what I'm saying? But you don't go inside the field. You don't step inside the field because you want to get something. That's football is not a business. Business, it's your contract. But when you enter the field, it's different story. It's like your heart and your logo and your pride, your family, your hard work, your future. It comes after this line. That's why this is how I used to see football in my life. You understand what I'm saying?
Misak, maybe you can share this one.
It is business. You see, when you go here, this picture is business. You go, this is you
Wow.
sign because of business.
So you can
When
share
you're not happy, but you sign. This is business.
why what happened.
Hey, don't tell me you can't live global. A guy who grew up with global and then he left. It's because of like what do you call that? Like situation. Because the reason I left global because Boston was leaving. The reason I told them okay, I'm not gonna play anymore. It's because when I talked to Boston, Boston said, "Oh, I cannot. I'm gonna focus on the national team." So when he wasn't, and then I think there was a new management trying to take over. So I really wasn't happy. When you don't go happy, your football will not be happy. You understand what I mean? I wasn't the Misagh that here when I signed, I was in my peak. I was scoring goals and then this and then when I went there, it's like I couldn't perform. I couldn't be myself. I wasn't happy to go to training. So that's one of the reason I wasn't enjoying. After this, I didn't enjoy my football career.
Misak, maybe there's no girlfriend there.
Actually, no. I was, he was me, me, me. I sorry. I cannot. My speaker is not working.
Choppy, choppy. You say
Chappy,
choppy.
very bad, Chappy.
Choppy, choppy. No,
Chappy.
internet.
I think my laptop. I have to smash it to the floor.
Okay.
Misak,
Before
yes, yes. Go,
But
go partner.
we'll wait for Misa.
my girlfriend said because you did not have motivation, that's why you were all alone there. I said if you
Yes.
were there, maybe I would be better, performance.
Actually, Misag, that's what I'm telling you right now. Maybe you're not motivated when you were in that
Yes.
country. You were playing in a club setting, but it's also a blessing in Philippine football because we have a person like you who represents us in club competitions, right?
Yeah, that was good. Actually, it was. I think it was me and Ian Ramsey was the first people who went out of like from it was actually me come to Malaysia kind of with Mark Hartman for a few months. I think
Yeah,
that it really comes from Philippines to there because other players they were already playing in abroad, like like Ian Ramsey, Patinho, they came from Europe and then they went to this. I was like local players basically to go sign there. So I was like kind of not the first one, but the few first people who went there. And actually, I really get a good salary there. I don't deny it. I get a really good contract. And then that's why I'm saying this. Every time I go to Maharlika training, I tell these kids that, hey, you can have a good life if you want if you start working if even though you play futsal your futsal can sign a good contract if it's not yet in the Philippines. You have to show like um Ascal development. They are a very good team. These are all Filipino. You know what I'm saying? They will have future. Why don't you come from like this Harvey guy came from Ateneo College. Now he's playing there. Now he's making name for himself, which is very good. So
yeah,
it means he's gonna be future. He has a future. Look at Amani Aguinaldo. These guys come from like I don't know how they even get there. You know what I'm saying? I'm so proud of these guys. It's like, how did you get there? Without this kind of football growing like grassroots, you get there.
yeah.
I wish I was them. You know what I mean? Like 18 years old, instead of getting a sleeper sample from my mom, I was playing with the nice coaches in different countries and experiencing nice hotels, nice like environment. Not me. I started 26. I started to play professional football at age of 26. So Boston gave me the first contract in age of 26. Now people are having contracts the age of 17. They're giving them free training field. And if you don't make it, I feel sorry for you.
Yes,
That's why I'm telling to these viewers who are playing football, if you don't make it in age of 22, 23, when you have or started 16 with all this support, with all these coaches, with all these facilities, with all this grass, artificial grass. Man, I used to play in uh, what's that sunken garden in UP.
yes.
Yeah, in UP. Yeah.
Yeah, I drive from Pampanga, Mabalacat to there to just play 1 hour football, 2 hours football, and come back every Sunday.
That's
And
how addicted you are, huh? That's how addicted you are. Yeah,
that's how you wanted to get something.
yeah.
That's how you want to be somebody someday. I don't say I'm a big football player or somebody, but for me I did enough that I can tell my kids one day, hey, like Google your daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like I did something.
Are you ready?
Or
Are you ready to be a daddy?
later I tell you.
Or maybe are you a dad already?
Are you
Not
ready?
like that.
You still do
Maybe
not
my
know?
maybe my kid is already playing for the.
Yeah.
Just kidding. My
Okay.
kid,
Okay.
All
maybe my kid is playing for the eight Ascal.
Okay, Misak, we have another game for you. But before we start with that game, this one is the quickie play. Maybe you have to orient already. This is a game that you have to answer fast.
Okay, honey, can you cover your ears? Go.
So if you are going to choose between the two players, Messi or Ronaldo.
Messi, of course. Don't even need to think of
All right.
Barcelona or Real?
Barca.
Wow, he's a Barcelona. Same with us, Coach Aris.
Yes.
Global or national team?
Global.
Wow.
Mm.
Boss Dan is listening.
But boss then manage both anyway.
Okay. Football or futsal?
Now football.
Striker or winger?
Striker.
Wow, scorer.
Oh, I think this one is obvious. Adidas or Nike?
Of course, Nike. Have to, have to-
Sponsor, yeah. Maybe we can have those extra shoes from Misagh, partner Aris.
yeah, sure. Winner if their size is 8.5 US. No
Yeah,
problem.
same. Coach Aris,
Same with me, huh? Same
Then
with
I will make some game for you if you answer it properly. Then you get
okay, this one I think it's a good question, partner. Sam o Pinto?
hello.
Sam,
What?
Sam o Pinto?
Football. Who cares about football? You know, my first love is football. Now it's my girlfriend. Before, if that's why I broke
Yes.
up with my football life. Football is my wife. Was my wife. I divorced, but I go back, but I still have girlfriend.
Uh,
Yes.
okay,
No, no, you cannot choose woman over football. I tell you. Before,
dentist or football?
a football. Nobody wants.
Ah, but how's your clinic now? Is it still running well?
Yeah, it's running, but I might close it soon because of the landlord is being very, not cooperative, because is we have hard time scheduling the patient because the patient we have to
Yeah,
clean up and
undergo. Yeah.
sterilize, so they have to wait. You cannot like manage to have many patients at the moment because of the safety of the dentist. So, and then the landlord, instead of to give us good price, they try to raise their salary, the rent, to recover their own business problems.
Yes,
I
yes.
might move it to something else, somewhere else, or for like close it for. But because we still have our patient, we have like 3 to 4 thousand um, registered patients already. It's sayang also these patients to let go of them, but of course we'll try to find out because I don't like bully. That's why I don't like when people are getting in the tight situation. You try to bully people,
Yes,
which it's not about the money anymore. It's about how greedy and how this situation in Corona. We are here to help each other.
yes,
We are
yes.
here to like I had a tenant. He wasn't able. He was a flight attendant, and he wasn't able to pay me for 4 months in my unit. I said it's okay, you can go. And he was working for Philippine airline. He was Indian. I said it's okay, it's go. And I didn't. We have to understand each other. And
Yeah,
then and then people who are in the tight situation, and then that's the time you want to choke them and drag them. This is bad.
yeah,
That's why I told them, look, it's not about this rent, it's about how you do it. You know what I mean? This is not nice. Like, try to get from people who needs you to recover your own like losses. Everybody had loss in this
yeah.
situation, in this Corona. You cannot take advantage of like weaker people. This is bad. So that's why I try to tell them, okay, no more now. Let them don't want to. He said no. Now he wants to give me discounts for 5 years. I said no, nah. I just remove all my things and leave. Maybe I just go somewhere else. It's just I don't care about this. When I get bullied, I don't like it. Bullied is bad.
Wow, that's good. You
Okay.
mentioned you mentioned before the game because we'll be playing another game. You mentioned Sunken Garden. Coach Anto mentioned
Oh,
you're still guapo, ah?
hey, if I was still have the body of Coach Anto, bro, man, I tell you, Coach Anto is the only fittest coach in the Philippines I see. He can
Oh,
still play.
before wait, we both of us, Coach Mike and me, disagree with you.
No,
Later
no,
we
no,
will
no.
explain,
You,
ah?
We
you
did,
know, I bet on Coach Anto how of my life that he beats you in anything, push-ups, Even he beats the. I think he beats a lot of sometimes maybe national team players.
Well, we will see later when you
Yeah, Misagh, because
when
what we will show right now is pictures that proving of your fitness, and then also we will try to show you something that is different now, before and
now you have to be ready, ah.
you have to be ready, and then you have to again you have to be ready as well when you play position yourself.
So Misa, our Philippine football philosophy is on dynamic football, which we are trying to educate and introduce. Well, dynamic football is somewhat futsal also because you have to keep possession, you have to be moving. It's no longer static, it's no longer direct. So it's both direct and ball possession. So
Yes.
the
So
game is
you have
related to football. So we'll show you a picture, then you just have to give your answer in football.
Isaac,
Maybe
Isaac, you can explain quickly or what comes into your mind or what you remembered, something like that.
Go before my girlfriend comes to the room. Show me.
yes.
Now, this is now, Misak.
I don't. Where come here? I come watching who I was before. What happened?
Don't worry, we have
Ali,
a
come here.
replay.
Come here. You want to see my body before? This is who I was before. Tingnan mo, ha? I don't know what happened. Even my dog wants to see. Hey, go. It's okay. That's me. That's me. Go down. It's okay.
And then
Okay, we'll show you the
Go,
ano.
go, Bet. Bet. Sorry, my dog went too excited. He saw my body.
your wife, your girlfriend
Oh,
is,
honey, now you can go. Now you can go. Don't look.
oh, not yet. Because he needs to see this before
No, no, I don't want to see
he,
before and after. I don't want to see the
he
after.
needs to see before you have this body.
Oh, honey, don't see this, huh? Baka you break up with me, you go after this one. You go after this one. Hey, this is below 18 years old. Eh. No come.
Oh, but this one is something
yes.
you'll be
And then
going.
you wanna compete. You wanna compete with Coach Anto? No chance.
Oh,
Misa,
the third one is
third one is something you have to be proud of someday. Something you have to be someday. All right.
that's the present.
Yeah. After this is what will happen to you after.
Oh my God! Actually,
That's
I'm
the
close to
Baguio
it.
body, ah.
I think my dog also ran away. You guys, if three of us combine, still we were not gonna beat Anto.
Anyways, Misak, we're just making you laugh. This is the most the serious one, no?
Yeah, yeah. You guys never been serious, I know. And this show is not serious. That's why I like it. It's joke and
Do you want
serious.
to show it again here?
No, no, don't please. I wanna sleep tonight. This is nightmare.
We're keeping our abs, ah.
Okay, this one,
Yeah,
Misak, I
that's the
know
app, not the apps.
this one is people who've been part of your life.
Okay, Coach Essie.
I know you have some issues with him, but maybe you can share what comes into your mind first.
Okay, so about him,
Yes. You just have to be honest.
to be honest, really did work so hard for the Philippine futsal team. To be honest, he put his time, effort, and then knowledge, his study. I know during that time, to be honest, but the way he end up the players and treatment wasn't the right way for me. I don't know what is the point of view with his side, but which was disagree with my way. You understand what I mean? Like, of course, you did something, you develop players, you did hard work for them, blah 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 blah. But when there's this problem with the national futsal team or situation, you have to understand. the way we understand, they should understand also. If they have to go, they let them go. Don't destroy their life. You develop us, but we did not ask also for something, in return. You know what I mean? We did it for the country, we did it for the logo. But
Yeah.
now there's no more that club or team happening. So if you want me to go, don't make it difficult for people to go. You understand? Don't try to get something out of nothing, that we ask for nothing. Now you're asking for something. You know what I'm saying? Was It wasn't him actually, kinda, it was his management again. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
to be honest, I still have a respect for him, because you don't have to always think of what is the bad things happen in you. You know what I'm saying? You always remember those time that he picked me at futsal national, from my school. He invited me to national futsal team. You know what I mean? He allowed me to train. He allowed me to go to drink water in that area, the watering drink, giving you jerseys. These are the things I always remember. So to be honest, I will thank him. You know what I mean? I will thank him. If I see him, I still thank him. But of course, there was issues that it wasn't right for. Maybe he's right. Maybe I am right. We have to adhere both story.
Yes,
You cannot
yes.
say if his decision is white color and my decision is pink color, I am right or he's right. You understand? So it wasn't just that we were in the same page. You understand what I'm saying? And
Oh,
I'm wishing him good luck in his whatever doing now and career. And I will still thank him for what he have done for me. I don't know the rest, with Pasar God, with people like like try to bring to the Philippines and didn't. The promises was came. The reason I got into a little bit problem with him because of others actually. you know when I see others, because I was already in global when things are getting messy. I was in the good place already, but the thing is I was fighting for the others, friend of mine, who really been promised, but the promise wasn't happening. That's why I got to like a little disargument with the SC coach SC. But if you go back, I still respect him for what he have done for me.
actually, Misak, no, what you shared right now is something that all the football players, maybe coaches, also managers as well, should. The moment we have this kind of situation, one thing that I learned from what you just said is that despite all those indifferences, you still uh, treat him with respect.
Yes.
You treat him what he did for you as well. No, remembering all those positive things that he has done
Yes.
for you, and that's something that we have to be, should be. No,
It
even
should be. Yes.
yeah, it should be when even the situation is not really good.
Yeah. You know what? This is everybody should learn. Somebody gives you bread, you have to remember he gives you bread, not just the slap he gives you. So in life, if somebody gives you something, if somebody did something for you, you have to always appreciate and remember first that before you get to the second one. You understand what I mean? Why did I got a slap? It's my fault. You understand what I mean?
Yes,
Don't blame others. Blame yourself. Second, still you blame yourself. In your life, you're the one who responsible for everything. That's why you don't have to blame others. But of course, people has differences, and then if you don't like the way they have their way is, you just go out of their way. You
yeah,
don't have to. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can say a little bit of bad things about it, like, okay, I don't like it, because he does this, he does that. Then go out. You know what I mean? But you respect what the guy did for you always.
yes, that's good. Yeah. All right.
I just remembered one scenario because Essie has been my batchmate in B license for a month. We stayed in Iloilo. At the same time, we also took the futsal level 1 course here in the Philippines with him. And there's a scenario wherein coach, I forgot the name of the coach from Iran, the big guy, former
I'm sorry,
national futsal.
right? Shams, Hossein
Yeah,
Shams.
Shams, Coach Shams, shared a story wherein Essie was the one translating it. So the story goes like this. There's this superstar from Iran who had an argument with Shams, but then he went out of the team. But
Wahid
Shams,
Shamsai. Wahid Shamsai. That's the name of the player.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But then Shams still stayed with the team and never asked that superstar to return. But after a year, I think that player came back,
Yeah, because the
more
super leader.
professional, respected
Yeah,
him. So I just remember that because I think Coach Essie is trying to be the coach, but in a different way. Because
yeah,
you mentioned his managerial approach, right? And I know him personally, but then sometimes I also see things that is not correct. Well, anyway,
but
it's
Actually,
good, Misa, that you are sharing this one because
actually,
you
partner.
still respect him.
Yeah.
And well, for the coaches who are viewing, and listening, even the players, that we really have to be open-minded when it comes to coaches who are really strict or maybe trying to impose something. So
Part,
yes, Misa.
partner.
to be honest, the reason that that story is Hossein Shams is the national futsal team, and Shamsai is the best futsal player, the top best player. Like after Falcao, he's like top something 2 to 3. That's how good he is. And then
Oh,
in Hossein Shams, the coach kicked him out because of his attitude, acting like a superstar. And then a few years he was out. And then supreme leader of Iran, the president of Iran, he asked to him to go back. He asked the coach, please bring him back again. That's why he went back. You know how much power that guy had. That he even supreme leader, he from the president or something. They were letter to get him back for the national team. But for Hossein Shams, the coach, no club or no country is bigger than the play. No players are bigger than the country. You know what I'm saying? But after that, the
oh
guy
yeah.
pulled down. He
Yeah.
like, okay, I have now. I'm fighting for the country, and he become again top scorer. He always was the top scorer.
Actually,
Wow, that's
partner,
a good.
partner, Misak. Actually, I had also one experience, no, because I played with Pasargad, Misak, remember?
Yeah, what a player you were, man.
So I played
Mike, before you continue, I
part,
just want to share similar,
partner.
similar.
Wait,
Because you mentioned the president of Iran. Coach Essie was my batchmate in B license. He has a problem with his
Visa.
grade because he wanted to pass the course, but then the former president of PFF was trying to convince two of our instructors to pass SE. So I think similar scenario. But then the instructors were really
firm.
firm in their decision. So the president couldn't do anything. So I just shared that because maybe
Ac-
it's a lesson for all the coaches as well.
Actually,
Yes,
partner,
Mike.
partner Misak, I had this opportunity also playing for Pasargad with Coach SC. That's why what Misak was telling is you treasure those people who are giving you opportunities, right? You remember all
Yes.
those things, and then and this moment when I was coaching already, Coach SC tapped me to coach his team. But
Yeah, I
you
remember.
know, you there is things that really what Misak is sharing, that you have disagreement and then suddenly there will be changes along the way. But it is already way back, and then I've moved on that and then learned from it also, right? So that's you still have to respect the person despite of
Yes,
those.
very, very. This is how it should be. Like, first, why did you go there? You understand what I mean? Ask yourself. People like blaming, let's say, Dan, Boston about this or that. Why did you go there? If you want to complain, you know what I'm saying. If if you know something, or like other coaches, other management or something, you know what I'm saying. So it depends of your why. If global was about money, then why did you go there? It's not about money. It's about the heart. Example, if you had the heart,
Misagh, because you're gonna mention already him, I gonna show it already.
see, that's not really. That's really the guy, boss or the guy who really influence. He has a big influence in my football career. Like for me, if he wasn't him, maybe I would be in Iran right now, sitting in the dental chair, pulling tooth, back pain already, and then I don't have my life here like the way I have it now. Because if I was not making to Germany training camp, which was like from 60 players, they only picked 2 players. It was me and Nate Berkey. Actually, it was Nate Berkey first, and then the last one was me. That's why I was crying. So if I wasn't able to make that one, I wouldn't be the Misagh that I am now. I might be a doctor living in Iran as a dentist and waiting for patient every day, and then having back pain. And this is not the life I really wanted. And I really appreciate Boston for what he have done, what he gave us, for not only me, to all the football players. And if you know that he was the one who started the first salary in the Philippines, as I know. You know what I mean? During that time, I played. We have to pay to play. You know what I'm saying? Then, of course, after that, the expectation went so high in football so fast, from a small salary to become big, very big. That sometimes even when I tell them in broad, they don't believe how much some players used to get in the Philippines. So when you get there, you become a little that fast. You become a little bit arte. You know what I mean? You don't appreciate
Yeah.
it. You know what I'm saying? You don't appreciate the water they give you. They appreciate the uniform they wash for you. This is not football. Football should comes from pride, from zero. That's why in the big club, you see recently Messi, they put Messi's pictures cleaning his shoes in the locker room of another club so that the youth team, they can see even the big players who they wash their own shoes. So since you have good contract, you don't have to throw your shoes or disrespect people. You know what I mean? Football sport is about respect, about discipline. It's about dignity, about hard work, about sacrificing for your country and your logo. It doesn't matter. It's all about that. If you don't have this, you don't play a sport. You go play PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm trying to tell you.
Yes.
That's why the
Oh,
country, the sport should comes from. Manny Pacquiao has all of them in himself. That's why he's Manny Pacquiao. I don't know any sport famous big football player or any sport player. He comes with bad attitude, undisciplined, no dignity, no fighting spirit, no loyalty. I don't know if you know one, mention it to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for me, I think what Boston brought to the global, it was all. You know what I'm saying? It was he promised what he gave. To be honest, there was even he has a financial sometimes there was this financial problem with the clubs. He was able to do his personal things that people they don't see these things. You know what I'm saying? They don't see. I tell you, like a lot of peak management will not do that. I've been there. I was close with Boston. I see what he used to do to provide for us, even in the worst scenario. But other clubs, before to get that edge, they dissolve the clubs or they leave the club or they cancel the club. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what I remember that Boston he tried to lose from his own things, personal things, to just be able to give it to players and make them better. And then when I was talking to him, he was like saying, uh, "Why would I buy that? Why would I?" was telling him, "Why, boss? You spend so much money for it. Why don't you buy Ferrari or like this Lambo like that?" He said, "For what? When I can make other players feed their family and make them happy. You know what I mean? I don't care about like what is happening. It's because everybody has different story, different things. I'm not trying to make sip or something because anyway, he's not anyway my manager or my life or something. I'm not gonna gain anything. You know what I'm saying from this. because I'm not into a sport or something like, oh, I want to be a national. Just to be honest. And a lot of people, I don't know. It's just that sometimes, of course, I have this agreement with him, like why I don't get this, why I don't give me my this or that. You understand? It's might be it's so big. You know what I'm saying? But I don't look at those things. I'm
Yeah.
look at like the way I talk about SC. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking about Boston, and for me, I always tell. Even my dad respected him so much. He always tell me before he passed away. He always tell me that respect boss Dan Palami. You know, he always say respect him. He gives you the football, the salary. That's why every time I want to go to, sometimes I'm young, I get big offer from Davao, these other clubs like this, and then I get advice from my dad and my uncle, and he said, "Don't leave. Loyalty. Be loyal in your life." But and then I left when he left. That's why I went to Malaysia.
How long have you been in what's your duration in Malaysia? How long have
I
you
stayed there 1 year, but I stuck into politics.
Okay.
There was a situation I had there, very bad situation because I don't know if you want to hear that, but I don't know it's right to hear it, but it's something like it's about politics. Like the management signed me without coach wanted me, because the coach has his
Ah,
own
okay, okay. Yeah.
agency that he has to bring his own team players. So suddenly I got signed by the management, and the man when I went there, the coach was so mad, and he started to call me dentist. He calls me like not Misagh. It's like,
Ah,
why is you talking like this? I even got to fight with him. I was like, why you talk to me like this? You have to respect me. I'm not a dentist. I'm a football. Call my name. And then he says sorry, sorry, sorry. And then but he keep trying to make a team to destroy me so he can put me out to get his own team players. So when I see this, because to be honest, I haven't been out of the country. I was in my comfort zone in Philippines. So when I went there, I found that football is different. Football mentality, you have to be strong, you have to be smart, you have to choose the right team. That's why Ronaldo knows when and what time and what year should transfer to other clubs. Because every clubs in the world has their upside down. Right now, Barcelona is going down, but see Messi. People they said Messi cannot go there. Messi cannot go this. Messi doesn't is scared to go to like Premier Leagues or this and this. But they don't see when the club is down, he's still with the club. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why it's like every club in the world is not gonna be champion for every year. So every next year, that's why they study. They study the big players. They have a good manager that they will study which is the next team is the champion. That's why they go there. You know what I mean? That's why they go to Paris Saint Germain. They go to Juventus. Juventus is a team that their chances of being champion is 80%, 90%.
Mm.
yeah, yeah,
And Paris Saint Germain is 90% also.
Yeah, that's something that these players have to look into, right?
Yeah, they have to always have a good decision. Football, it comes with one decision, one goal, one game. If I did not score Bahrain national team goals, I would be out after because Coach Dooley wanted to kick me out during that game, to be honest. And then
Mm.
it was God planned that Shroki got injured in 20 minutes. And then the day before that game, Coach Dooley said, "You're not Misagh. I will kick you out." He went to me before the training. He said, "This is not the Misagh I know. I will kick you out." And
At
then and
Misagh,
Shoki got injured, and then he look at the bench. I hide to, I hide behind the players. And then he said, "Patrick Rachel and Misagh warm up." And then I start running, and then he put me in. I scored a goal, and my life changed.
Wow.
wow, that's
Okay, before we continue with that experience, because I think there's one part here, and it's really good that you're very talkative, huh? I hope the next picture you'll be sharing as well. But you mentioned Pacquiao, ano? Manny Pacquiao, and I know you're a fan of McGregor. So which would
How
you
did you
prefer?
know?
Yeah, when you celebrate, you're doing the
No,
McGregor
that
walk.
that was because I bet with Ian Ramsey. He said, "Will you
Oh,
do that if
okay.
you score like this?" I said, "Why? Do you think I shy? You know me. I don't care. I talk and I do what I want.
Yes, yes, yes.
I don't hide."
Okay. Anyway, next picture. This is very interesting.
So okay, so not good influence in my life, and then life is very good, and then enjoy. Thank you so much for the. Yeah, I appreciate Boston really, and then Coach Wise, and then Coach Dooley. I think Coach Dooley has a very big impact also in my life. And
You
then
can translate it in football.
You can
Is it
yeah, so to be honest,
difficult?
it was different influence. You know, it was different stories. Like there are far from my life in this year. I'm not saying that Coach Dooley is that person. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
I'm not
yes.
saying that the person is bad. It's just that the path they have is different with us. Like maybe we are the different story. We want different things. I don't say he's a bad person or he's a good person. He's a good person. Everybody does. As I said, if somebody like black and if you like white, it doesn't mean that person is bad. It's just that
Yeah.
they have different choice in life. It's just that it's not bagay with each other in the same. We are not in the same path. You understand what I'm saying? So
Yes,
if you're
yes.
not in the same path, it create in toxicity. You know, toxicity.
Toxicity, yeah.
yes,
Yeah. So it affect when you get toxic. It affects everything in your life. When your body is toxic, it goes to your liver, it goes to your part, every single part of your body. So eventually you damage in every single part of your life. You understand what I'm saying?
Ye-
Actually, few years everything was very good. You know, everything was going smooth, everything until I moved to Malaysia, and then actually he doesn't want me to go. You know what I mean? He said, "Why are you going there?" You know, I said, "This is it's our future." You understand? But
Yes.
then, of course, this long distance, this coach wise couldn't see, you know, like the hard work of my thing in that situation. And then, so that's why we didn't come to the same agreement. And I'm really happy for coach that he's in the right, you know, he's happy. And I'm happy also, you know, we are both happy in different way, and we found the best club. Each of us have now good club to play with, you know, be with and enjoy our time, you know,
you want
like
to,
somebody.
Misak, you want to say something like,
Did you like the way how I talk? You know, it's
yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah, we are.
Yes,
CIA,
yes, yes.
FBI.
That's good actually. But was there so there's no third coach? So it's just the distance that really made it toxic?
It was the first distance, and then eventually I feel like there was a new coach is coming. I feel I don't know. I don't wanna judge people,
Is it a
but
is it a basketball player?
he was coaching basketball team before. You know,
Yeah,
I think he's
Oh,
coaching a basketball team, and then there are two basketball team coach. You know, they're coaching, and then I'm so happy to be honest. I don't. I wish them the best league, best pointing, best competition, best trophies. Or
I like how you answered, Misak. No, I really like it.
do you want me to have
it's
some?
difficult. It's difficult to understand when you mention basketball. We go back to football.
Baseball?
Okay, I show
Football.
Coach Aris the next picture because I think I've watched some of the videos as well. Maybe Misak can also share on this.
There's another.
Yeah. So basically, to be honest, this one is my is a really close friend. You know, like we were a really good friend. We were friend, and we are still friend. And people make so many chismes about this, which is nothing to be like talk about. Because to be honest, before even she win the competition in the football league, we were close friend, and then I helped her in somehow with mentally, also like self bringing, there we had coffee because he had some situation in his life, pressure for the competition. And then we were very close, and we are still very good friend, and we've been good friend. And then whenever we need each other for help, we are there. I'm really happy. And actually I was the one who's like uh choosing, like you have to choose the right, team for yourself, because you have to be like, because his problem was to find the right club, that
Did
he really
you
has.
did you teach him your technique in shooting? Did
No, no,
you
no, there
show
was
him how to
there was
score
no.
the goals?
No, I actually, my technique was not fail also, because you know what I'm saying. So,
You did
but to be
not
honest,
show her the direct play when you score and
no, no,
score.
no, it's not. No, it's like, to be honest, like I really respect him so much also, because he's very like loyal. He's very good footballer. You know what I'm saying? And then he's very, very like with dignity, and he never lost his attitude. Even he become the best football player, one of the best, win the best football player in the world,
In the universe,
in the
universe.
In the
universe. So
universe, huh?
he did not lose his friendship. He didn't become yabang. He didn't become like this, and he's humble, and really, we are very good friends. So there's
Misak,
nothing.
Misak,
People make chismes, but it's not true.
Misak,
Yes.
she's my crush. Maybe you can have a sign for me.
Yeah, when I see him, I tell him to sign you. If I didn't know your crush is a guy.
Don't, don't,
Yeah,
don't.
you, Mike,
I
Coach
know. Ah.
Mike, really,
Maybe you are
I
a
know,
little
Mike.
bit, little bit.
I know, Misak. Your code is very good. Ah, I
Yeah,
like.
that's why I have to be dangerous. You guys wanna put me in the.
Okay, I'm gonna stop it already.
Okay, salamat
You
sa
can
inyo.
breathe, huh? You can
Look
breathe.
at this. There's a mirror here.
Yes.
That's why I saw it when you move it. You
Yeah,
shift.
that's why I was like this. So what's up, guys?
So that's another lesson to all the viewers, huh? If
Yes,
you're a football player, you know the
you have to
football
always
stuff.
be good boy. Okay, be always good boy in life.
Yes,
And
yes.
then never go to this kind of, don't, if you see Coach Iris and Coach Mike, don't show up like that, okay? Don't show anything. You run away from different way. Change your direction,
Ah.
because your picture will
Uh,
come after 5 years.
yes.
Okay, Misak, we will just go to this one because I know you mentioned a while ago your life changes because of that incident, and then you've been very influential in the rise of the ASCAs as well. Maybe you can share us your experiences and how you manage those pressures as well.
To be honest, us calls global, they're all part of the best time, one of the best time of my life. These memories will never come back in different things. Even you become millionaires or you become best businessman, those moments will be always remembered. You cannot find that happiness in anything else. And I'm so happy that I feel it. I tasted the happiness in the good times, but I'm so sad at the same time, because I don't know how to get that happiness again in, when you get older. You know what I mean? Because sometimes it's bad because you already know what happiness is. Sometimes it's better not to know the happiness is, because it's sad that, it's hard to find football. If you have chance, if you can, you better feel this happiness. The picture that you see, this, like I'm smiling, I'm shouting, it's a real happiness. You cannot get it from anything else. you
Yes,
know when you do something for your country, you're doing something for your family, this is the release of all the hard work, all the pain, all the sacrifice, all the losses, all this. And then, you know what I'm saying, this is the best moment of my life. And I met so many nice people, I met so many good friends, and athlete friends with a good mentality, with the same page as you. And then with so many upside down, like crying, emotion. Every day was different story in your life. Not now when you're just doing same routine. Every day you know what's gonna happen. You wake up, you do coffee, and then you do until 5 o'clock, and then you're free. But there, you don't know every day in training what's coming. You know what I'm saying? That's why every day is different for you. So I really enjoy those moments, and it's I will never forget that. And for me, 2011 to 2018, 17 was one of the best time of my life, plus the futsal time. But of course, now I have different happiness in my life, which I'm happy with my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yan!
You really know how to steer the
Yeah, I
topic.
have to do that, or else you want me to sleep outside tonight or what?
Misak, is she like the equestrian? You
No,
know?
no, she's to yoga and then pole dance, like a strong, not the bad pole dance, the strong thing. You know, not the stripper but dance. Is the like a strong physical dancing.
Hmm. Maybe we can include her in our dynamic football.
No, if
How
nobody,
many months have
I
you been
tell you,
with her?
nobody will do it. I tell you, even the best, fittest football player, I swear, you need to have very strong arms. But football players' legs are so heavy. How can they carry themselves? You know, and they are so stiff. No chance.
Actually,
But
Miss, you were mentioning a while ago the pressure that you had when you supposedly you mentioned a while during the time with Coach Dooley that you were given that opportunity that if you are not given that goal or the injury of track, it will be a different story. Maybe you can
Yes.
share that.
Yeah, it's true. It was a really different story because Coach Dooley told me what's wrong with you, and then I was so sad, and then I don't know. I wasn't anymore the good mental condition with the like mentally I was weak, so I was scared. I don't know because too much pressure and too much. Coach Dooley was like, "Hey, you're not. I have no choice to put you out of this," and then I bring another player. I was like, okay. I was kind of upset, and then, bro, I was so nervous before the game started. I started to vomit in the toilet of arena. I was trying to throw up, vomiting, and then the game started after 20 minutes. Shoki got cramp or injury, and then Coach Dooley was looking at the bench who to bring, and then Shoki and I'm the next sub of Shoki because I was a winger.
Yeah, yeah.
So he said, Misagh, warm up. Patrick Russell, warm up. I was hiding first. He was looking, and then he was moving his head. No shit, this is. And then he dropped me. No, nap. No wait. And then uh, after that, he look at he look at it and he says that Misagh, go in. So when I went in, I was like, when I scored the goal, the picture that you show is the happiness that really changed my life. Then after that, my confidence came back, and I started scoring goals, and like scoring goals, and then I get the Mr. Football of the Philippines after. So really was difficult, but after that, everything would come easy again.
Ah, yeah, yeah. Actually, we will go before we go to that, Misak. We want to shout out again those who are watching Football Life. Again, there's a lot of people here who wanted to greet you. No, here in Coach Mike TV. Those I know you know some of them, most of them, of course. Of course, Boss Dan is here watching what you're telling him.
Thank
And
you.
then one of our futsal coaches and former futsal national player women's, Coach Marijen Ariel.
Yeah,
I feel you, Misak. She was telling. And then Viava Africa was also watching. And then Coach Anto, still so guapo.
I,
Hadada.
I make him more guapo. He didn't see this calboness yet, but it's okay.
And then Coach Uai was telling also, where's my shoes, Misak?
Tell him where's my trophy. He took all. Yeah, I still have my trophies. because we were your housemate, roommate before,
Oh, okay.
and then he took my trophies.
So there
I
is also Eric De Pedro, Lugats, and Coach Ben Parungao, John Punsalan, Danica Abele. I think most of our girls watching. And,
send my regards to the boys.
and then Jean De Los Reyes also watching. Jean, remember Jean De Los Reyes who played in Pasargad?
Yes, Gene,
Yeah, Jean. And then
the fast player.
yeah, Coach Bunso is also watching. She was telling me you were so daldal before daw you were in Indonesia, you were not talking.
Yeah, because that's why they call me Madaldal. The first word I learned in Philippine was Madaldal.
And there is MC Roldan watching, Doit Rexter Villaranda watching, Orvet S. Oh, Jeffrey Christians is watching also.
Oh, I tell him, bro, we miss Philippine miss. He's my neighbor. Since he's left, I throw my basura in front of his house and run away. Just this guy is one of the good, really one of the talent of the Philippine Oscars. He was. It's suddenly because of injuries. Unfortunately, he has like few injuries, growing bones and bones after that. That's really sad. But hey, Jeff, stay safe, man, and keep doing your bicycle thing, man. Send my regards. Your kids are cuter than you. You're lucky because of your wife.
There. Coach Joel is watching you also. And then Coach Ake Pastoral, regards to Misa.
Send my regards to all of these coaches. Even they were not coaching me, but they were against me sometimes playing against each other. So I did something. So I don't know if they like me or hate me.
No, then there is Jason Bibit, a friend of mine, Chris Bautista, May Salmon, also futsal player, Coach Zeus Mabruada, and now going to Coach Aris for the Aris TV. And then Sarex also watching.
Oi, Sarex! Send my regards. This guy is legend. Legend Sarex. Please, next time you introduce him as a legend Sarex.
Oh, he was my teammate in Don Bosco Makati, Misa.
Yes. Two legends.
Okay, Coach Aris in Aris TV.
You mentioned already those viewers, similar. I think Coach Dan mentioned the size of the trophy. Uh, anyway, Misa, you're really very sincere, on your sharing. So let's try to discuss also your move with Maharlika FC. I think you're our first guest who's playing for Maharlika. So you already started your kwento, your story kanina about your new club. Now, I think you have this some kind priority because, well, you attended an occasion instead of joining a training. So that's one issue when you're putting up a club that is not based on salary or professionalism. Well, anyway, you try to promote Maharlika FC and give your own opinion. Why did you join the club? Or do you have other bigger reasons? Or you want to prove something? Or just really to promote football?
To be honest, one of the reasons I joined Maharlika is to go back to enjoying the happiness that I've been missing. Like I want to go there, train, kick the ball, have fun, meet new friends, and I try to train the way it's possible to compete. But I to be realistic, I haven't been playing for a long time. I might just come in for maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Is just for the it's about the coach. It's because of the coach decision, but uh, I'm here to just enjoy the moment, and then if I can help to promote football and help, and then bring the same mentality of Global FC in Maharlika because I can see they have. So maybe in future they come with a stronger, like we become stronger and be stronger, and then we have a giving a chance to kids to become a football player, like play in the big leagues.
Misa, would you thought like because you guys, most of you guys were former teammates and uh, you're not really that active recently. are you not worried that joining the PFL with your condition, you might get injuries, like injuries that will really end your career, like that? Similar with Coach Roxy, with your older brother. Have you thought about your condition? Although I know you're trying to promote football, but it's just a thought coming from a coach.
Yeah, so basically, to be honest, one of the reason I stopped for 2 years, I broke my L5, my
Mm.
spinal L5, and the doctor said one more time you break it, you will be paralyzed. And then after that, I tried to play again in seven aside. I caught my full torn Achilles. So I had a
Mm.
big surgery for another 6 months. So and then after that, so what I'm trying, that's why I stopped. I kind of scared to play, but now I just take the risk, because I want to be
Yeah,
happy.
yeah.
I just want to
Yes,
enjoy
yes,
football
yes.
again. So I'm just trying to start to play and get fit. I don't want to. I don't say I can play 90 minutes or something, but I still maybe I can do something for the help the team. Maybe in the bench or in the training, I can do something for them. That's
Actually,
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
me happy.
actually, Misagh, Coach Aris, what you're trying to do right now is, giving some spirit to the players who are trying
Yeah,
to start
and
again.
the experience that I have, I can't share it to them. That's one of the reason me, Yannick, like Anton, Kwako, Serge, we are there to Jerry Barbaso, we are there to help these kids.
Actually, Misagh,
Yeah.
no, you mentioned like what the infos were we got that regarding the Maharlika is like what you call this, the 1 peso thing, that
Yeah.
you're not given, you're not receiving anything like a salary. Um, how can you like can you share to us like how you will try to manage those things as a player? Um, enjoying
Yeah, we managed this 2010, 2009, 2010. So we is nothing to not manage. You know what I mean? That's when the passion is. Everything can be managed. It's not about money. It's about the passion. So we are managing it. Hopefully, it will come. You cannot expect things to come right now. So we just waiting. We do hard work, and then if it comes, it comes. If it not, it's still we are happy. So we don't wait for some. We are not expecting something to come. We're just waiting. We're enjoying the moment now. We are not playing
Yes.
for something to come
yeah,
because it's
Actually,
already
that's
come. This
actually,
playing and doing this opportunity is like something that we just wanted.
actually, Misak, what you did by joining, like forming the Maharlika team, being part of PFL, is really a big help for Philippine football because without this team, the team will be down, I think, for five. So the
Yes,
yes,
that's
because
one of the reasons we are here to help Philippine football. We are here to make this team. We may want to make it so that other young team that they have to dream to play in the Champions League, they don't lose their dreams.
yes, yes. Have you have you thought of getting a coaching license?
No,
No,
I don't
never.
want to be coaching coaches. Maybe one day I want to have my own team.
Ah,
oh
that's
I
good.
want to be team manager like Dan, Boss Dan,
wow,
uh,
so you are
but
so
a smaller team, maybe two versus two team.
so
It's cheaper.
you
uh,
were motivated by how Boss Dan managed you, no?
Yes, this is what only him, not people around. Only him. I motivated only by.
okay. So
All right.
we're
Partner,
we're ve-
partner, I will just show this one before we go because maybe um, Misak will have something to share about what is really happening in Philippine football, and maybe he can give something also what he saw in Iran that can be adaptable to Philippine football.
So what I see in Iran is passion. It is what I see in Iran. It was like do or die. You know what I mean? Fighting. doing this because of love of it. And I can see if Filipino give it opportunity and chance, they will do it the same. You know, Filipino, there are people who fight for their countries, for their loved ones. They do their best. You know, they don't give up easily. And some of the kids came from, so many of these kids came from the hard life, and they know what is it to give opportunity to them. So if you bring this mentality and then elite, like with facilities, you know, I really want one day government to understand that these parks can be the future of the kids to become big players. You know what I mean? Instead of making this just like that, leave it like this for like sleeping squatters or something. They make them like two goals and a little bit of grass, and let these kids, instead of going to drugs, drinks, alcohol, woman, or this, they can get tired in this kind of field, grasses, and this kind of parks, and in future they can have a good, you know, future in their life. So if I had the chance, if one day I can talk to someone who can have power to fix this park and just put two metal, right, and two metal left, and put a, and then make a football field or something. Just let the kids play there and let them get tired, instead of thinking of doing snatching, doing bad things. They just sit at home, sleep, and then go play again and play again, and then they get free scholarship. They go to the clubs. When you ask for players, there are thousands of players show up. So you make 20 teams, and then these teams will show up in the TVs, and they show the stats, and the stats bring them to other countries. Even sponsors comes, and the develop comes, you know, and people life change, and that's helped the country. And even the fans goes watch the games. They made them not to go to do stupid things. They enjoy watching the games, and you know what I mean. After that, they go home and rest. Instead, that's why football is, you watch them in TV, and that's where the society will have dignity. The society will have unity. The society have discipline, respect, and this all comes. And then I think it really helps. That's what I want. That, you know, I really want one day to see that.
Yun.
Wow.
Very well said, Misak, ah.
Yes,
Because
thank you very much.
you know that Philippine football really needs those things, no? Because what we are having right now during this pandemic, we are just have to stay at home, no, doing this virtual sessions,
Yeah,
then having those people watching you all over to their places and getting inspired of what you're saying. No?
yeah.
For sure, for sure, those fans watching you right now will be looking forward that Lord Misak, what do you call you? Will be
Oh,
playing
Misagh.
again. So we will go again with the game before we do
Yes.
our final questions. Coach Aris will give that, but before we go to that, we'll be having the coaching eye. If you have I will just have to mention again the clues again for our viewers. Maybe some of them can guess, and if you guys can guess, we'll be giving you a discount from Decathlon Alabang. Yes. So I just have to message me for that. Okay. The first clue. All right. The first clue for the two players, international player. The second is a World Cup player as well, two of them. For Coach Aris, he's a French. For me, he's a Portuguese. And then both of them played for Barcelona.
Okay.
Easy.
So I tell or they tell?
You.
You can tell already because I think some of them have guessed already.
I think one of them is Griezmann.
Yeah.
Hey!
That's my that's my player.
All
How
right.
Yes.
about the other one?
But the other,
It's a bit older already.
a bit older already, and also played for Real Madrid. Oh, that's another
Yeah.
clue.
Because they said I look like Juninho. Like,
Ah, okay, from
Junior.
Chelsea. Is he from
yeah,
Chelsea?
I don't know. I think I'm wrong.
But
He is number
this one is more like a veteran. Number 7, Coach Aris, right?
Veteran.
his name starts with LF.
I don't know.
The first name, you know, remember Ronaldo, right?
Yes.
So Ronaldo R9 was his former teammate as well.
Oh.
He used to play
Sirit na yan, Sirit. You say Sirit if you don't have any guess.
Uh, I don't know that. I swear.
Okay, we'll show
I
you.
He's
don't remember.
Sirit.
It's good that you know you got the first answer, but we will just show you instead.
Oh, Raul.
No,
No, Luis
Luis.
Figo.
Figo.
Figo. Luis Figo. I
Figo.
said.
Yeah,
I said because Luis Figo. Yeah.
Luis
But
Figo.
actually, Raul is a better option, huh?
Yeah, I think Maldini will be a little bit closer.
Or David Beckham?
No, no,
Would you
David, you're coming
prefer?
too far. If your eyes is so poor, maybe like
Well, that's my look-alike, David
yeah, it's look
Beckham.
like
Huh?
you.
Okay,
Alright.
so Misa, before we let you go, we are
Partner,
giving last
partner,
question.
partner.
Yes, please.
Before you ask the last question, I just want to ask, how do you pronounce it? Is it Misa or Misag?
It's Misagh.
Misag. Okay, we
Yeah,
both of us are wrong. We have already.
it's
And
Misagh.
I'm mentioning it Misam.
Okay, it's
Mi
okay. Misa. It's Misa.
Misag.
Math. Math.
Yeah.
Like a math.
anyway, uh, your final question. What is your wish for football? Well, most guess they wanted the pandemic to stop, but then for sure you also want that. But let's try to ask you on your wish for football.
Yeah, I just wanna wish that football become grow again. The way it was growing before, and I want to become. I don't want to become number one or two or something. It's not about competition to be. It's just that I want to football become big, that it saved a lot of people's life. Sports, and not only football, all the sport around the Philippines. And I want that. I wish that the government, the country, respect more sport and bring the sport up like like Japan or others. They see sport as a number one programs to develop the country in terms of dignity, in terms of attitude, in terms of teamwork, in terms of changing life. So this is only wish I want. Not only any sport, not only football, but all the sport. But of course, football is the biggest in the world. So should be started with football, and basketball is okay also.
Misak, before we go for the next question, for the last question, I remember this one. Maybe you can share just a short thing that
Okay.
why you were not part of the Miracle in Hanoi.
What's that?
You maybe you can share what happened that you were not part of the Miracle in Hanoi.
Because I was still a student. I wasn't graduated, and my dad didn't allow me.
Yeah, yeah. I think
That's why
I
I joined
remember that.
after I graduated. I graduated 2011. That's why.
Okay, very good. Okay, partner.
Yes.
All right, guys. So thank you
Thank
so.
you. Yes, you give your final shout out
Okay, final.
to whoever you want to reach.
So I just want
Or
to say thank you guys for listening to my madaldal words, and I really appreciate for having me in this show. Really, and then good luck, and thank you so much for doing this. Like talking to players and then releasing that makes us happy to we feel like we are still meant for you guys a little bit. You know what I mean? What we did was not forgotten, and I really appreciate your time, what you're doing, and all these fans and like coaches, boss, dan management, whoever is watching us and bring us these memories. This is makes me really happy. Like, hey, I'm not forgotten. So I really happy, and I want to say that I'm not forgetting you guys. I'm still watching you losing hair slowly. So we are also and gaining weight. But thank you so much, and I really appreciate the fans. Without you guys, we are nothing. Athletes without fans is just an athlete. But you guys make us hero or whatever. You make us somebody. It's because of you. So you are first hero before we. So thank you so much, guys, and I want to say that happy teacher days. without you guys also we are nothing. We would be empty
Yes.
potato head person without no knowledge. So thank you so much for being patient, and you've been like a second parents to us.
Yeah.
You
Yun.
spent more time than my parents when we were in the school.
Thank you very much,
Yun, oh.
Isaac, for
Thank you,
Thank you.
Misa.
for being part of Football Life, and I know it's an opportunity.
You're excited?
So yeah,
Yes.
thank
So
you,
I see you
and
guys.
I see you
Thank you.
around.
Thank you guys. Really
You.
appreciate. Bye.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And good
Bye.
luck with your girlfriend.
Yes, she's here and she's masunged now already. All right. See you. Bye.
Thanks.
Bye-bye,
Yes.
Misa.
Bye.
Keep safe. So,
Partner.
Mike,
Okay, so simulan ko na.
simulan mo na.
Sige, so actually partner yung na na-remember ko no, nasa strike sa akin doon sa part na yon, yung na-injured yung brother niya, no? I think it's a challenge for him to continue playing because yun nga hindi siya pinapayagan, no? Like what of our previous guest was experiencing na uh, hindi pabor yung magulang na maglaro yung mga anak nila dun sa sport because of the challenges at saka yung especially nangyari is hindi siya biro-biro partner, which is it's a serious injury na hindi na makalaro yung kapatid niya, which is older brother. So but ito yung naging motivation ni Misak to continue and yung mag-pursue na makalaro pa rin ng football. It's very important kasi yung ina-highlight niya doon yung motivation niya na despite of those challenges na discourage siya, tapos yung injuries, he still wanted to play the game. No? Siguro nga nasa passion talaga nung bata o nung player yung ginagawa niya. That's why he was very determined to go for his dreams. No? Pero ang maganda doon kasi yung personality niya partner, no? I will remember that he's really a very funny guy. No, he just wanted to enjoy the game, no? Tapos by enjoying the game, you will do everything. You can do anything, no? He's very positive about that, no? Kaya ang maganda doon is just keep on playing. He enjoys the game. Kaya tuloy-tuloy niya lang na tinuloy yung paglalaro ng football, no? Coming from a nothing, no? Sabi nga niya, talagang walang-wala, no? Na pumunta at pinadala siya dito from Iran na naglalaro lang siya coming from a place para lang takas ba, no? Takas lang para makapaglaro ng football. Pero pag nahuli, sige lang, no? Tuloy-tuloy lang. Pero yun yung maganda doon no? Talagang nothing can stop this Lord Misagh from learning the game, no? Tapos ang maganda doon nung pinadala siya dito sa Pilipinas, ayan na, natuto na siya maglaro or yung natutunan niya, dinala niya doon sa school niya which is CEU, no? At inintroduce niya yung futsal. No, malaking bagay 'yon kasi yun nga natuloy-tuloy yung pinilit niya yung senior na doon sa community na magbuo ng futsal kasama yung mga local players. So maganda siya kasi despite those na-experience niya, nakapag-bring up siya ng isang team partner, no, na nakapag-invite ng iba-ibang teams all over from Manila na put up yung futsal team from ECEU. So doon na nagsimula partner, no, naglaro siya and then napasok siya sa global and then nakapasok siya sa ASCAS. And then before that, ikaw na yung magtuloy nun.
Siguro yung sa akin, buti na lang at hindi tumagal kasi bubulusok na yung yung dugo. Ha? Ikaw rin, napapansin ko, panay-panay na yung ulit mo sa
Kaya nga
Actually
tumatawa,
kung bibilangin natin yung actually, nakarami ka na.
tumatawa ka nga kanina Sabi ko to, loko-loko talaga itong part.
Grabe. Yung siguro, yung gusto kong i-highlight dito sa summing up natin with Misagh Bahadoran, kasi ito po coaches and players sa Pilipinas. Hindi naman talaga siya naglaro tapos magaling doon sa Iran. It just so happen na doon sa Iran, yung futsal ano kasi nila doon, yung 'di ba, football crazy. Sa Asia kasi isa sila sa top ano eh. So kaya siya pinadala dito kasi nga gusto ng parent na mag-aral. So ang gusto kong i-highlight yung willingness niya para magpursige na maglaro kahit dini-discourage nga siya, and I think maraming players na makaka-relate dito. Like even me nga nung ganun, yung kuya ko rin dahil sa grades nga niya, gusto akong ipa-stop. Pero dahil napapanood ko, similar with Misa, napamahal akong maglaro. So, ang dami ritong nag-share sa FUTBOLife
Dami,
yung
dami,
story na ganun. Na
dami.
dahil napapanood yung tito nila, malapit yung bahay sa field, yung ganun. Eh, itong si Misa kasi, muntik nang mag-professional football player yung kuya niya, 16, 17, nagkaroon lang ng major injury. So, sobrang down, sobrang depressed yung kuya niya tapos yung parents niya. So, yung concern lang ng safety kaya siya pinapastop. Pero dito ano, nung andito siya sa Pampanga, wala namang nag-introduce, walang naglaro talaga sa kanya. Hindi naman siya pumasok agad-agad. Nung dito na lang siya sa Manila, naglaro, tsaka lang siya nakalaro ng futsal, 'di ba? Tapos dun na, tuloy-tuloy. Actually, hindi pa nga siya pinayagan ng dad niya. Ang payo pa rin ng parents niya is to pursue yung dentistry nga. Yun yung gusto nila, matapos niya yung degree. Although naglalaro siya as part of the varsity, nagpuputsal, dun siya na-discover, ano? So, yun rin yung coaching eye. Kung kayo ay coach, tapos may nakita kayo, and then may issue nga, dahil ayaw siyang palaruin, pero nakita nyo yung skill niya, potential to really go up, siguro kausapin yung parents. Di ba? Ganun yung, I think yun yung lesson doon. Ang daming nakakita sa ability niya. Yun nga, si Coach Hans, si Sir Dan Palami rin, who really encourage him. Si Coach
Coach
Essie,
Essie,
di ba? Yung mga yung mga coaches na rin, ang dami natin. So, kung nakita natin yung isang player na ganyan, di ba? Ito nga, halimbawa, hindi naman talaga siya superstar na biglaan eh. Sabi nga niya, 26 years old siya nag-start na professional. Nung futsal player pa lang siya, hindi naman siya ganun kagaling. Pero dun mismo, kasi merong stage kasi na magpipik yung player,
yeah.
'di ba? May iba na dahil nga yung ugali nitong si Misa ano is really positive in everything. Positive na lang yung tinitignan niya. In every adversary, positibo siya sa lahat ng approach niya. So kaya siya siguro kahit late na siya pumasok sa football scene, tuloy-tuloy. Ang dami niyang kwento. Even yung alam niya na matatanggal na siya, makakat siya, positive pa rin. Yung experience niya na pag hindi mag-perform, out na siya sa team, biglang nakascore siya against Bahrain, yung mga ganun na scenario. So I think yun yung huhugutin natin ano na lesson dito sa Kwentong Football with Misagh Bahadoran. So I think yun, being positive, yun yung gusto kong i-share. Tapos yung experience niya rin with sa
partner.
celebrity na nakarelasyon niya, well, isang ano na rin yun, lesson for everyone kasi iba nga yung buhay ng isa. So if you go into a relationship, then make sure you explain kung ano talaga yung pagiging football player.
Partner, ang isang lesson din doon yung code, no? Kasi baka may mga nanonood dito, mamaya may magre-replay yung mga code na ginawa natin kasi nga Misa
Uh,
was very careful, no, for her girlfriend na mapakinggan yung mga
well, pag football
binanggit.
player ka, alam mo na yun. Huwag na nating ilaglag, baka
Yes, gets na yun, gets na yun. Pero, nga pala, bago natin i-end up yung show natin, no, masasabi mo ba, partner, na yung during that time na ikaw yung naglalaro, na-experience mo rin yung mga ganyan? Kasi ako, na-experience ko rin siya, partner, nung time na yun nga, yung katulad nung may mga nagdi-discourage din na Kasi sinabihan tayo na syempre football, 'di ba? Tapos nung time na nandiyan na yung football, sabi i-practice mo yung career mo. Kasi ako partner, hindi ko na na-practice yung yung course ko. No, nagtuloy na talaga ako sa coaching. But I'm thankful and I'm still honored no na yung mga natapos ko na yon nagamit naman natin sa coaching, no? Yun ang mahalaga doon. Importante na
Yung
ibigay natin yung
oh,
naibigay natin sa parents natin na yung wish nila na makapagtapos din tayo ng pag-aaral. Importante
yes,
'yun eh.
yes. Yun naman. And hindi lang sana yung objective kasi na pag hindi potential yung player or yung bata na wala siyang chance to go sa professional football, hindi dapat yun yung basihan. Kasi pwedeng gagamitin niya yung football for scholarship sa college
Yes,
para
yes.
makuha niyo yung degree, di ba? Or itong mga player na to, kasi tayo, grassroots youth, itong mga player na to, later on will become business people, di ba? Sila rin yung support group,
Yes.
magiging coaches, magiging sponsors, di ba? Sila rin yung magiging parents. So, yung football community tuloy-tuloy. So, hindi basihan na hindi porke walang potential yung bata, i-discourage na. So,
Actually,
tulong tayo.
Actually, yung sinabi mo partner, no, that's the reality of football. Not everybody will be ASCAS. Hindi lahat makakakuha ng scholarship. But in the end of the day, ang importante is we enjoyed playing football. Di ba? So,
Yun.
yun ang mahalaga doon, partner. Kaya kung ano yung
Tapos,
ginagawa natin, ine-enjoy natin yung football life. Siyempre,
live,
ah,
kahit walang sponsor.
oo.
Ha? Kahit walang sahod, masaya tayo.
Then, nandiyan naman yung
Importante, makatulong.
para nga pala sa nanonood ng Football Life, huwag niyo pong kalimutan i-like and follow yung Football Life page. And syempre, yan, i-like nyo na rin yung Decathlon Philippines page nila. Okay? Para sa mga magagandang products. Ayan. So again, partner, Happy Teachers Day sa'yo. Actually, sa atin, pati sa mga coaches na nanonood ng Football Life, we are also teachers in our own way.
Yes. So yung futsal din pala, gusto kong i-highlight 'yon kasi siya mismo nagsabi So futsal lang. Futsal tayo.
Actually, partner, marami na nagsasabi, no? Actually, nung huli natin, si Ma'am Christina Ramos, binanggit nga niya yun, di ba? Hinighlight niya because we are really having marami tayong basketball court eh. Bakit hindi nga natin siya i-take advantage? Yes?
Yes.
So, yun. So, yun.
Okay.
Again, so sa lahat na nanonood ng Football Live, thank you for staying.
Subscribe sa Aris TV at Coach Mike TV.
Yan. So, panoorin nyo po yung mga replay. Tapos, thank you for sharing the videos. Nakita ko, partner, ang dami nag-share. 39 ata yung
Yun.
nag-share nung
Sino yung next na guest natin?
Yung next na guest natin is on Thursday, si Roy Moore. Yan.
Yun.
So, very active din. Inirarun din niya yung futsal program at tumutulong siya dun sa lugar ng Payatas. So, ayan.
Tissue. Kailangan natin ng tissue dun.
Oo, tissue na naman tayo partner nito. No, kanina tinatawanan kita, tinatawanan mo rin ako eh.
Wag muna tayong gagamit ng English ng 3 days, 2 days para may reserba.
Actually, meron naman tayong mag-a-attend tayo ng course. Ikaw tomorrow, meron kang attend
Yes,
Coach
yes,
Aris doon sa Filipino coaches under our mentor Coach Aris Casdiv and ako naman sa Wednesday. Tapos meron din sila sa Thursday. Yan. So abangan natin 'yan. Okay?
Yun o.
Sa lahat na nanonood ng Football Live, thank you very much. I think ang nanalo sa guessing natin si Misagh kasi walang naka-guess. So, yung premyo natin, we'll give it on Thursday. Yan.
Yun.
So again, good night everyone. Thank you for watching Football Life.